Like I always say every time, thank you all for coming in to Di-RRec Gaming. Of course, I'm with the Honored League of Extraordinaires. I got the Chit Chat community and my great panelman sitting next to me. We got a seat reserved for the realist if he can get in. But if he can't, he was supposed to be here. We're going to hold it down for him. He can jump in whenever he gets ready. Today, Xbox wins again. And Xbox is going to keep winning. It's just going to keep winning. I say that taking all the air out the room. I say that with no expression on my face. It's not a joke, not laughing. I mean what I say. It's just a distinction now that people are going to have to stop pretending. And one is next gen, one isn't. You have to get in. You know, you have to get in by qualifications. One can get in easily, one can't. Game Pass is untouchable. Game Pass is unfadable. You have to have a big bank to do Game Pass. It's not something that you just dream up. Oh, we're going to put games out here and load them all up and people are going to buy them. It just doesn't work that way. Game Pass isn't something that's successful because it's built off a single player experience. It's successful because it's built off a multiplayer, single player, indie experience, and AA experience. It's successful because it actually helps the industry grow. It's not something that is secluded to itself and it just offers something within itself and it just grows that way. It helps devs. It helps games that would not have the necessary tools. It brings people in to learn new technology if they want. It's so many things that Game Pass does that doesn't get talked about in the main gaming media because the main gaming media has its own purpose of being here, and it's not to represent Xbox in its truest form. We know that. So without further ado, y'all see the title. What's going in today? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to make it short because of JyzalGaming now. I want you to bring all your ancestors in here. Get them all in here. Every last one of them, get them in here because we don't care where you're from. We don't care what land you live in or what flag you throw up because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to come out here on the mighty Di-RRec Gaming Show. I go by the name of the New Legal. I got Fireballs, and I got JyzalGaming here. It's good to have you guys in. It's good to see the Chit Chat community. Aha! I don't have no arms, fam. I have no arms. None whatsoever. I just see the spades in my hand, and I'm calling it like I see it. So we're going to get this show going, man. How you gentlemen doing today, bro?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good on this Sunday morning. Just had my coffee, some Bustelo, and a croissant, and I'm good to go.
Fireballs, what about yourself, fam?
Nah, I'm good, man. Good. Just had me a plate of lasagna.
Damn, this early? Shit, heavy.
Man, this dude,
he got leftovers.
The typical Southern black family day on a Sunday is usually having dinner early, like after church or something like that. So when we say dinner time, we usually mean like 12ish or something. Because the rest of the day you chilling.
Appreciate that, EA1. Appreciate that, man. Six Slayer, appreciate you being in there, boy. See you, fam. I see you. Getting all the chit chat out of the way. And then J-Rock, you take it in. I just got a question, man, for J-Rock. Let him lead on with this question. What's going on with the PlayStation 5, man? Why is it not living up to its hype? And why do people want to play that off? What I just look, man. Just be honest about the console. It's not living up to its hype. That's all it is to it, J-Rock. What's going on, man? What's up with all these what's all these letdowns and then now people trying to big up the PlayStation 4 Pro? What's up with all this, man?
Why? Because it's a PlayStation 4 Pro. That's all
Is
it
that
is.
Is that J-Rock? You saying it's a Decepticon? It's a Transformer pretender?
I'm telling you, man. It's lacking of these features like VRR is becoming more and more highlighted by the industry, by the folks at Digital Foundry and other channels are saying they'd rather play the Xbox version because it's smooth.
So you're telling me that this thing, the SSD is not saving it. So what made the SSD so prevalent? And I heard that Mark Cerny's got something coming out for ray tracing. And I'm thinking, what could it possibly be? Ray tracing is something that's heavy, man. It takes substantial, technological advances to perform ray tracing. You have to meet a certain input standard of quality of performance in order to maintain that throughout a game with such proficiency. So if the console is already weaker, it's not like Cerny can save the day. He's not going to be able to save the day. It's just what it is.
Yeah, I read that mess too.
Yeah, right. It's another joke, y'all. It's another joke.
It's comedy that writes itself. Is that what you're saying, Legal?
Yeah, that's right. I'm not here to diss a game. We don't look, man. We're not crowd pleasers, as y'all already know this. We're not crowd pleasers. There's no clout chasing here. We don't even have a bandwagon to jump up on, man. Because this is not one of them shows where we give you Kool-Aid to drink and we put lights all up on the roof and it looks like Christmas over here all year long. It's not that, man. But I don't understand how people who have an influence, who have any kind of influence, where people come in to listen to you, can ignore the fact that Horizon Forbidden West failed to come out and perform as a AAA blockbuster game. This is a AAA blockbuster game. I don't care about the Metacritic score. All right, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
But what I cared about was what we do here. We echo, right? We echo. So one thing about us over here, right, J-Rock? One thing about us over here is we're proud to be Xbox fans. We're proud of that. So my man really said. He said, man, you over here got people feeling good about being an Xbox fan. It's like, I'm an Xbox fan and you can be one too. Well, thank you, man. Because we need that. When you got a community and you claim to be somebody that is a voice, it's not like for the sake of your viewers, right? That if I say this game is messing up, people are going to unsubscribe to me. Now, here's the thing. If you got viewers like that, then I feel sorry for you because they're not there for your authentic opinion. Let's put it like that. They're not there for that.
There for the echo chamber.
Right. When me and J-Rock, we had a discussion about this. When we literally, and J-Rock, like I said, I only lie for J-Rock. J-Rock don't have a PlayStation 5, but that's the joke. But when you have somebody who is massive in the community of the PlayStation, honest people, honest gamers, right? And you have them putting up clips. It's not me, right? But you have them putting up clips about this game. They're disappointed. You see bug after bug after bug after bug. You come out and you can't echo that. But it's like you only echo what's comfortable. That's not good media. That's not good influence. Because you got to take it when it's not good, you got to take it when it's good. I don't have to talk bad about Xbox because, like I said, there's enough double agents, centaurs, half breeds, donkeys, and whatever else you want to call them in our community to do that. I'm waiting for the games to come out. The next gen, true next gen games. I'm ready for everything to stop. I got all the Xbox consoles, but now I'm ready for my Series S and my X to perform now because that's what I bought them for.
They got it covered.
Right. That's not a knock at those who don't have these consoles. I'm talking about myself. There's a reason why I bought these consoles because I'm looking for a higher standard. All right. I don't want to hear Xbox One anymore. And I believe Microsoft doesn't want to hear that. So they're true.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to relive that generation. I'm good.
Fact. Yeah. And they want to move forward. So goes back to what J-Rock said last show. Legal, who's cutting it off? Who's no longer cross-gen? Soon. That's Microsoft. But they gave you the cloud to follow. They gave you that cloud to lead you out of the Exodus. See, there's a cloud hovering above y'all as y'all cross the Red Sea. See? You're led by the cloud. We can have fun with this. But see, in other news, they're not led by no cloud. They're out there left in the desert, in the wilderness, to walk around a mountain for 40 years.
This is too crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And
a whole Exodus story.
Facts. And y'all out here, you got time, right? Y'all hear me out. Hear me out, J-Rock, because this is good, right? And y'all are left out here to mumble. Look at this. You mumbling, you're grumbling. All you do is complain on Twitter. That's all you do. You got to tell yourself lies. You get up here and, oh, look, bro, we're not excited. See, you're bringing things that we've already had last gen. None of the stuff that you're showing us excites us.
Mm-hmm.
We don't care about you having the most popular console in the galaxy. We don't care about that. We're riding in a Bugatti. We don't care that you got a Toyota Camry. Souped up. Your very souped up Camry still can't compete with the Bugatti or the Ferrari. It's not happening. The Xbox Series X isn't a perfect console by a long shot. It's not a perfect console. But guess which console is making sure that the PC will catch up and then will ride out together? That's the Xbox console. PC isn't waiting around for PlayStation 5. They didn't invest with it. So, Fireballs, how can anybody think that the PlayStation 5 is the console of the generation when the PlayStation 5 is okay with being stuck last gen? It's stuck.
Man, they out here saying, they out here telling them to play the last gen version for a smooth experience. I'm like, damn.
What kind of smooth we talking about?
Right. All we gotta do is go to the settings.
We talking about now.
One at a time. Let J-Rock go first.
Yeah, all we gotta do is go to settings and click on that VRR, right? And then we're good to go. Click VRR. RTV already got it. We're not playing on them 720p old school Toshiba TVs they still got out there. You know, we out here with the OLEDs. We out here with the Samsungs. You know, the Xbox community, you know, they out here. They advanced. They didn't cheap out on this next generation console, still playing 720p TVs and all this. We got VRR. We good to go. The last thing we need to do is load up the last gen version of a game so we can have a good experience. It's the whole point of buying a new generational console, wasting that $500. If you're telling me I got to play the PlayStation 4 version, now I'm good. I'm happy I got a real true next gen console. That's all I'm gonna say.
I just wanted to say something real quick, and then Fireball's in realist. How is that a W when they telling you to go to the last gen for a smoother experience? That tells you that the newest gen has failed you. I don't have to say that. They said that. You're getting mad at me. I didn't say that. I didn't make the article. I didn't make the article. You know what I'm saying? You good with everybody else repeating articles. So why when we repeat an article, you get mad at us? It's what everybody else does, right? Everybody else does. But we pull from our gut, right? We can pull from our chest, right? And we get classified. Right?
Bro, imagine if 343 came out and said, if you want to enjoy the best version, the smoothest version of Halo, play it on the Xbox One.
Right.
You imagine?
But it's not first party.
Exactly.
You couldn't even imagine the fallout. I say you couldn't even imagine the fallout from that.
Yeah, you could.
I can imagine it. We've seen it before. Everything Xbox does that falls short, it's like the end of the world. So yeah, we've seen it before. Look at the whole last gen. Everything we're doing now that they complained about, we've seen it.
But yeah, man. But the answer you what you was asking, legal and stuff like that. I mean, everything that goes on over on that side, on that side of the river is, it's a head scratcher. You just it's that moment that somebody blurts it out that in the middle of a club you hear the record skip and everybody just goes dead silent looking at this person. And I mean remember me and you talked about this just maybe 3 days ago, and even before that, a week ago before that and stuff like that. It's because the whole checkmate season thing. That's
count.
Here's what I'm about to do. No, I'm sorry, man.
Well, what's up? What's up?
Hold on, man. I'm putting this down. No, go ahead, y'all. Chit chat acting stupid early, man. Go ahead, Fireball. I ain't paying no more attention to chit chat right now, bro.
Oh man, but yeah. So it's because it's like I was telling you, man. It's checkmate season. All right, and all these pieces just started falling into place, and we're seeing now where Sony just painted themselves into a corner. All right, and it's bad enough that the system wasn't I guess built in the way that it was needed to in order to take the full advantage of anything that's actually proper. Well, I can't say next gen. We have to say current gen. It's even worse that they're at a point where it's like they can't even make enough units, so now they have to fall back onto producing the old system from last gen, which I guess kind of works.
Is it current gen when you're still looking forward to cross gen games?
I wouldn't say it is. I say you're still cross gen, baby. no matter how you slice and dice that pie. And
our biggest games are next gen exclusive or current gen exclusive. Their biggest games are still cross gen games.
Yeah, they're gonna be cross gen for a while. Yep. Oh, somebody hit the exclamation point. But yeah. I mean, it sounds like a shocker, but no, seriously, they're gonna be. Here's the thing. Me and Legal was talking about. All right, they're gonna be cross gen for a lot longer than what everybody is thinking. Because now that they're bringing back the PlayStation 4 and stuff like that, it's
Whoa.
okay. Now
For
all
a
right. Now
lot
somebody's having a little.
longer.
Some,
Teknoblast
somebody's having a little.
up in here.
Somebody's having a little bit too much fun.
Keep
You're
it
like,
going,
man,
man. I love it, bro. Keep it going. This stuff is y'all clowning today. Y'all chose violence, man. Go ahead.
yeah. So yeah. So like I said, I mean, it's gonna be like this for a while, you know, because it makes no sense to bring that dinosaur back, you know, back to life, and it's only good for another year, because you know, because the thing is, we all know that they're only stuck at what, like somewhere around like what 13 mil, if that's true, of PlayStation 5, but they still have like
I heard
over
it was 20.
Oh, really?
Nah, really like 17.
Yeah,
Really
because
like 17 is where I see that the most, but it doesn't really matter. Go ahead and finish up, bro. I mean,
yeah.
I ain't going to cut you off.
Oh no, you good because you know I appreciate that. It's just that because when you think about it, it's kind of like, okay, out of all those are units that are claimed to have been, you know, shipped, right? So how many of those are actually active? That's the thing, because they sit there saying like, oh, you know, like when people are bringing up the scalpers are impacting the sales and stuff, what's the thing they always kept clutching to, you know, months back? Oh, that's only 10%, man. You know, 10% of a million something is still quite a bit.
I guess they would scalp the PS4s too, because 10% is about as far as their reach goes, and that's the way it's been for a while. So I don't know what they always got an excuse, and the goalpost to move, man. Like 10% is pretty much the extent of their reach, which is why we got Sparticus incoming.
Because I mean, 17 mil, 10%. If you was to say like, hey, boss, I just won 17 mil, you know, off the Powerball, and I'm gonna break you off for 10%. That's still big to me. That's still a lot.
Listen, 10% is like their biggest game. Their biggest game is 17%, right? Now that's the biggest game. When you talk about a Returnal or a Demon Souls or something like that, they're not hitting 10%. They're not even they didn't hit 1.
500K.
Well, see, Sifu is on two platforms. Is going to be the excuse for that? But I mean, they should be on multi-platforms day one. Then they need to cut this out so that they can go ahead and sell their games without having to give them away or sell them for $19.99. That's why I live with PlayStation, $19.99. Because in a way, it's going to be worth $70 for me. So if you want to sell your games, put them on PC day one. That's why it's coming. Because by the time they sell their games, they have to sell these games for $50. You don't think Sony wants that $20?
Yeah.
Day one, it's coming. They're just not ready yet. That's why we haven't seen it.
Really?
But yeah,
you think we're going to see Forbidden West?
What's that?
Do you think we're going to see Forbidden West on the PC this year?
Yeah, because this year just started. Look, the window is closing, man. The window is closing. It's not expanding, bro. You don't buy Nixes to keep taking 4 years to drop a game.
Say it again. Say that again.
I just heard a snake. Look, I said you don't buy Nixes to keep taking 4 years to make a game. The window is shrinking.
Facts.
Right? When you have to release a game years after, PC players, I'm so interested to see how Forspoken does on PC. Because the PC dudes won't buy it on general principle, let alone did they have it on the opposing launcher. What you got to say, man?
No, facts. No, I just wanted to say this real quick and let you keep going. I don't know how people think we've been wrong all this time when we've been holding their hands through this whole situation, right? When they were having nervous breakdowns when Game Pass became successful, when everybody was knocking Game Pass. And look, this is facts. This ain't me. You get mad all you want. We, at this point, we've been right so much. At this point, we don't care about your feelings anymore. All right? We're here. We're at a point now where we're just like this, man. Show us where we've been wrong. Look, they said that Game Pass will not be profitable. It's not sustainable, right? So that's basically what they're saying. It doesn't make, and that's coming out of the PlayStation community, not my community. All right? Just like
well, you got to give him props, man. Jimmy did give him that. Jimmy gave him that to run with.
Look, just like EA access at the time. See, we don't even say that no more. It's EA Play.
Because it's Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
Right. This stuff.
That's why we don't say it.
Facts. This stuff has been going so good that the names have changed. Now it's EA Play. Let's not forget. Okay, now this isn't sustainable, right? But let's not forget, Ubisoft service is about to come on Game Pass. They don't want even to see. They're not. Look, Xbox community, like I've been saying, and like the Chit Chat community said some shows back, we are our own media. You can't expect to go on the internet where the donkeys ride, right? They controlling that. It's everywhere. They have a pampered community. All right. The gaming media pampers them. They're out here beating us 3-1. For every one Xbox, there's 4 damn donkeys out there. You're not gonna win the internet war. Stop acting like you got Sir Lancelot and the damn Excalibur sword, and you out here just eradicating. These are like roaches, bro. You can drop the A-bomb down, and they're not going anywhere, bro. They will find a way to creep through the crevices of the internet to complain. That's what they do. Their whole existence is to just prove that PlayStation is number one. It's not even about the games. All right? But if Game Pass was such a failure, why are we still talking about it right now? If it failed and it can't hold up its weight, and oh man, Xbox Game Pass is a disaster, it's a failure, right? It can't stand. Then why is it still here? And why are things being added to it? What just came out yesterday? Valve. I don't mind. I can see us putting our games on Game Pass. Oh, really? Now, why would they do that? Why would they do that if Game Pass is so horrible? And then we told y'all, listen, man, years ago, you guys are not fooling us. You don't pay these $70 top games, right? And you're only going to support maybe 2 or 3 of your franchises at the most. If you even do that at top dollar, but y'all don't.
That's why the UK numbers are down for Horizon.
Yeah.
Forbidden West.
Okay, you know what, bro? I'm glad you said that because I told y'all we taking the air out of the rooms now. You come here.
People waiting for sales. Yeah.
Right. You come here with
they don't want to pay that 70.
Right. We take the hope out. Don't come here for some hope, man. You gotta have faith. Don't be leaning on no hope. Believe and have some faith. Because that's what we're gonna give you today. Right? I'm glad you brought that up. But real quick on the Game Pass. It's evolving. It's gaining subscribers by the day. It's renewing itself. It's refreshing itself. That means the industry is a part of Game Pass. Sparticus is going to be what PlayStation already has on it. So whatever you already had, that's what you're going to see. You're not even going to be able to.
Is that on arrival?
JyzalRock,
Is that on?
I want somebody real quick before I move to the JyzalRock thing. I don't care who it is.
I saw that tier. No day and date.
Fact.
Hey, you get day and date demos, bro, for $1 more than Game Pass Ultimate.
No day and date.
Day and date demos.
Look, JyzalRock, somebody. I know what he's. Hey, somebody give me the 3 tiers or whatever the tiers are. Just name.
I don't know, bro. Premium, essential.
What's up, Mr. King? No. Shout out to the whole entire Chit Chat room. I saw Mr. King in there. That's my homie. Shout out to everybody in the Chit Chat room. We're deep in this conversation. But if anybody, even the Chit Chat room, can give me he clowning today. They clowning today. They feeling good. Look, anybody that can tell me the tiers of Sparticus, put it out there. Even the Chit Chat room, if you can type it in, we're gonna leave it on the screen. But let's go back.
I just know that Plus just doubled in price, right? And it's called Essential. Now, when Xbox did that, it was the end of the world. See that, Firefox? You already see what
That's
happens.
interesting. You
You
bring that
already
up,
see
Eli,
what happens.
because that 10 that are they giving the yearly subscribers a discount, or do you think they're just gonna keep it that way?
I don't think that there is no more because that was PS. Now that they've stopped, so
Okay,
I don't know.
So it's
We'll
gonna
have to
be
see.
$10
We'll have to see if they still
flat
let
a
you
month
go to
for
CD
basic.
keys. Yep.
Right. That's gonna be $10 a month flat.
right. Okay, here it is, right here, y'all. Right, you can laugh. Dude, this is funny stuff. I don't know how anybody can't laugh at this, all right? So let's just put it like this. Chit Chat, yeah, Chit Chat community came with it. Sammy V. The PlayStation Plus branded, a divide the service into three tiers. Here it is. Essential, extra, and premium. At the essential, you get $10, right? You can't stream these games at all. There's no community into this. The extra is a $13. You get no streaming. You still don't get no. I think you get the what? The PlayStation Plus games you can play now with that. And if I'm wrong, correct me. But
and for $1 more than Game Pass, you get what?
Right. You get a community. Look what you get for $1 more. You get the community. You get to stream your games for
Y'all gonna let them make a fool out of you.
What was the purpose of even bringing up the other two? Look, bring up the middle one. Why would you want the middle one? What's the purpose of the middle one? What's the purpose of that? There's absolutely no purpose, right?
That's like the first. See, the thing is essential. It's like handing you the plate. It's like handing you the plate and the fork, and
Right.
and the extras that they actually just go ahead and just give you the steak that's supposed to be on the plate.
That was supposed to be on the plate. I'm glad you said that.
But it's not. But wait, legal.
It's disgusting.
But it's not cooked. It's not even seasoned.
Right.
You're told to just bite into just a bloody slab.
Right. Now,
and love it.
So, man, you can't make this stuff up. I don't know. I don't see how anybody can look at that with a straight face and be like,
I don't know, man.
I
don't know. I mean, after seeing this, I'm a believer.
Put date and date. That's it.
Right. We
don't need that day and date.
Right. We don't walk y'all down until now you caught your greatest L. So Game Pass isn't bad for the industry, right? See where we going with this? Taking all the air out the room. I told y'all a long time ago. Any real gamer knows y'all don't even know what the hell y'all be talking about. Any real gamer knows. It's too easy to wait for y'all to hit a brick wall. It's like y'all purposely hit a brick wall. You do it on purpose, right? You getting it. It's called getting it while the getting it is good, right? So we get it. You say some dumb stuff because you know you're going to get some blind witnesses to like your stuff, and you let them down the next week. You let them down the next week. So now Sparticus is here. Sparticus gives us our guaranteed W of Game Pass. We told you that Game Pass really is a true thing. It really is a great thing in the industry. And here we are, Sony following Microsoft again. But we had to act like we were big and bad by telling you what you wanted to hear. See, that's what's wrong with your community right now. Y'all don't give truth. You get what you want to hear. And because y'all get what y'all want to hear, you never can get used to the truth. We just told you the truth. We're guilty of that because we told you this was going to happen. Now it happened, okay? It's not hard because y'all really don't know nothing about gaming. It's not hard to tell y'all these things and to sit confident. I don't care what y'all think. I don't care what you feel. Oh, I'm not coming to watch legal. And all them dudes is Xbox fanboys. All they do is big up Xbox. Okay. So what? But here's one thing you can't say. All them dudes over there be lying to us. How? They ain't lying to you. Your community be lying to you. Your community be lying to you. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you Horizon Forbidden West is the most beautiful looking game and it runs smooth. I don't get nothing out of lying to you. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that Elden Ring is the best game I've ever played either. But damn sure it ain't as buggy as Horizon Forbidden West. I mean, I don't even play Demon Soul games, but I'm giving it a try. I'm trying to showcase my comfort zone. That's not my comfort zone. Everybody knows that don't play with me knows I don't do those type of games. But guess what, man? Xbox came correct for that game. So you know what I'm gonna do? Bandai came correct for that. Bandai Namco came correct for that game for the Xbox Series X. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna support it. Don't get mad at me for supporting it. It came next gen. What do you want me to do? I'm not like you. I don't wait for the bargain bin and then come out here. Oh yeah. Because I know Elden Ring is gonna be played for 4 years later down the road. They still gonna have people up there killing bosses and stuff. We know this. That's their community. But what community do you have? Zero. So we don't listen to y'all. You don't have a community. Emmanuel A1.
They can't do game nights like I do.
They can't talk about it. Keep giving us the truth, Di-RRec Gaming. Game Pass is unfadable.
Do they even have a game they could gather 20 people that want to play it with Destruction All Stars?
They couldn't even. You know what got them? Remember when they made fun of Bleeding Edge? Thanks. Do it one more time. Do it one more time. Y'all made fun of Bleeding Edge. Remember that? Now here's Ninja Theory doing a game that they never done before. All right? They were just experimenting, seeing what they can do with the multiplayer. Bleeding Edge wasn't this great game, and it never was professed to be a great game. But y'all came out to destroy it. Okay, good, fine. But what happened to your Destructive All-Stars? Here's the difference between Bleeding Edge and Destructive All-Stars. Bleeding Edge is a choice. So the only way you're going to have a full team is if a full team gets on there. The game won't start up without a full team. So it means there's no bots in that game. Destructive All-Stars failed because they literally couldn't get people to play the game. So they had to put bots. And guess what else was so funny about the bots? The bots were better at y'all playing the game. The complaint was that the bots was murking y'all.
Oh. Bro, you got Christopher fart in the chat, bro. Yo, to say Sony is dominating. They dominating what? They dominating through following Xbox, huh? They're the ones dominating.
They dominating all right. They dominating all right. They dominating your brains.
Hey, the PS4 is dominant. That's why they're bringing it back for y'all.
You see how triggered Chris got y'all going? I'm not gonna pay attention to Chris.
Chris on the crew, I halfway like Chris, man. That's why I mess with him, bro.
Got halfway?
Look, halfway, bro. Because look, man, any dude as dedicated to Xbox podcasts as he is, they're Xbox fans. Fact. Like seriously, like there's not an Xbox podcast that I've ever been in the chat on that I don't see Christopher Fart. So he's an Xbox fan, and shouts out to Chris.
Right, shouts the biggest one because I'm only around here. So shout out to him. You know, it's like this, man. We seen goods. We know what real PlayStation fans look like. All right, we know what real PlayStation fans look like. So it's good. Thing is, man. I mean, people can dream all they want to. You got to give them right to dream. You got to give them right to say PlayStation 5 is better. That's equivalent to saying 720p TVs are better than 4K TVs. Take that to CES. I'm not going to argue.
But the thing is this, though, man. Sorry to cut you off. The thing is this, which I said before since I've been seeing him, months back. It's like, if that's truly how you feel, why are you here, man? Why are you here? Prove to us that it is the best by being on there and enjoying it. Be on MBG or whoever else's chat and cheerlead there.
Look,
why you got to be here?
Real quick, because I gotta say this. Look, he's here for the same reason that we are. To see if we can stand on what we like, right? When he can come in here and say something silly and everybody jumps on him and gets offended, then he already know y'all really don't believe what y'all say. I'm done.
Right, and here's the other thing. I have to salute Chris. He came in here, hijacked the show, and took over. He became more famous because just like he knows that if he comes up and says something stupid, he just proved my point earlier. They get on, they say something stupid, right? It's to get a reaction. They don't get a reaction out of me. That's why they do it for y'all. He wasn't gonna get no reaction out of me. That's like, bro. That's like I told y'all. That's like saying a daggone Boeing passenger plane can fly faster than the F-22. Why? And the F-22 is slower. It's the equivalent to that. It's the equivalent to a 3-year-old kid getting in a boxing ring talking about they're going to knock out Mike Tyson. It's equivalent to that. I don't worry about what he's saying. He's enjoying himself. Let him enjoy himself. Appreciate you coming out, man, supporting Di-RRec Gaming, all right? I ain't got nothing against Christopher Hart. I ain't got nothing against him. You know what I'm saying? That's what he does. Now back. The problem is those facts is hurting him. I get it. I already know what it is. Ain't got nothing to do with that. You don't see me running around on those Sony channel talking about Xbox is better. That's corny. Or what Eli would say, that's goofy. But if it may not be corny to him, that might be his cradle to rock. So let him rock the cradle, man. He's gonna get here. He's gonna hear that truth. That's it. And then, hey, we plant that seed, and that's what it is. I'm not gonna talk about the dude. Appreciate you, Chris. Thank you, man, for the laughs. Now back to reality. Okay, back to reality. We told y'all that this was gonna happen, right? So therefore, you following the leader. You behind again. You got Sparticus. Now, J-Rock said that you saw the numbers down, right? Because notice something. They're not even bringing up Japan anymore. Notice how the media, notice how the donkeys don't bring up Japan anymore. Last year in Japan was their little safe haven to jab at Xbox. And like I said, that was dumb stuff. That was goofy stuff. Because I looked at it like this. Do you see Ford or Chevy selling in Japan? What am I mad about? Why is an American gaming media talking about an American product not being sold in Japan? Like it's supposed to be outselling everything in Japan. Like it's supposed to be just dominating over there. So that never got it. They never got an itch out of me for saying being dumb like that. You know what I'm saying? But now today, J-Rock, Realist and Fireboss, my only question is today is, really. Now can I laugh? Right? Now my turn to laugh and come with a serious question now for y'all. I'm gonna lay some carrots down too. Don't. You get a snack. Why are y'all not bringing up Japan today? Now let me laugh. See, there's a reason why you're not bringing up Japan today. There's a reason why the gaming media ain't bringing up Japan today. It's a reason why now only the UK is being mentioned. But now that J-Rock brought up that number, that 35%, we're gonna get down to it now. Because this is what I do. This is what I love to do. Since all of a sudden everybody loves Horizon Forbidden, right? They love that title, right? But if I remember, when Horizon Forbidden came out, and I'm talking about the Forbidden Zero Dawn. Horizon Zero Dawn, when it came out, I'm sorry. Cuphead beat it, and Breath of the Wild beat it. And Breath of the Wild, I believe, came out 3 days after it came out, right? And it destroyed that game. Now you guys can fact check me, but this is what I do. You're not gonna catch me wrong on this. This is what's now I'm laughing. It took a report of that summer, and you can go and do your research, but I believe it was in July or June where they made the report about Zero Dawn, right? Zero Dawn came out, I believe, in February. I believe February 28th, as a matter of fact. It came out the last day of February. February 28th, I believe it was 2017, if I'm not mistaken. All right? It took 3 months later to report the sales of this game. Okay? Now, normally we get it. We know how the cockroach gaming media does for Sony. When Sony's putting out great galactic, the tribunal, the one above all numbers, right? Put a little Marvel Comics in on y'all. But when they're doing galactic numbers like that, right? They quick to jump out and tell you how much is sold in a day or in 2-3 days, right? But that wasn't the case for this game. It went quiet. All right? It went quiet. Yeah, let the chit-chat clown them. Let the chit-chat clown them. It went quiet.
Right. Where the day one numbers? Yeah, right. Where's the day one numbers, man?
Yeah.
Record-breaking day one numbers.
You ain't gonna get that till Spider-Man drop, bro.
Yeah, you can look it up. Say I'm lying, whatever. You ain't gonna find me lying, right? His game trailers, real quick. I gotta let him dominate right now. He's deserving. Game trailers, my man. GT7 coming this week. Nobody talking about it. Amen. We're gonna let that sit for a minute.
Why would they talk about
Ain't
it?
nothing to talk about.
Ain't nothing to talk
Right.
about.
They said
They came in and dropped the bomb.
they said
None of them
simulators
none of
aren't
them
real
gonna buy it.
games.
Right.
None of them going to buy
Right.
it.
They said
That's the thing.
simulators aren't real games, right?
It's
Remember?
coming out
They
this
said
week,
simulators aren't real games.
and
So
we ain't heard
why would they
nobody
buy it?
talk about it. Exactly. Now, they didn't want to talk about those day one numbers, right? So it took 3 more months to report it. Of course, because Sony sent up here like, damn, my numbers ain't looking right. We don't want to come out here and talk about how low the number is after we done put all this money in the gorilla, right? Comes out that in 3 months, it had only sold a rough over 3 million. 3 months. All right. That was in a summer report. So now we'll say anywhere from 3 to 3.5, and we're trying to get exact numbers. Okay. So if you do that, that will be March the 28th, April the 28th, June the 28th. So I was correct. It was a July report. It was a July report. Now, everybody knows that's what? 4, 8, 12 weeks. All right? That's 12 weeks. Now, y'all are good with math. Break that down. For every week, you're looking at what? So this is how you gotta look at it. If it took it 12 weeks to get to 3 million, somebody give me the numbers for that. Weekly. Watch how we do this. This is what Sony don't anticipate none of their community.
$1 million a month.
How much is it?
You said 12 weeks to get to 3 million. That's $1 million a month.
Right. If it took 12 weeks to get to 3 million, individually give me a week stat. Give me a week stat.
$250,000 a week, man.
There you go. I told you, Fireboss. $250,000, baby. 250,000, right? So there you have it. That was your first week numbers. Facts. So what was there to brag about? It took you 3 months, because what was there to brag about in the first week? You did nothing for that game. That was worldwide. 250,000 worldwide. Now, knock off 35% off of that. And there you have it in the UK. %35 from 250,000 is what, Eli?
I think you're breaking
up.
up.
I wonder why Japan don't get
what? No, one from 250,000.
Yeah, 35%. It had a 35% decrease from the first one. See, that's how they do you. If it was 35% decrease from the first one, that means it was a 35 decrease from 250,000 day one, like JyzalGaming was saying.
It's about 85,000, man.
There you go. So once again, that tells us they don't buy them games. There you go. So what's going to happen is that game's going to drop on sale. You know what I'm saying? It's going to drop on sale. And then they'll come out buying it. And then Sony will say, oh, look, we're selling it by the millions. And then y'all really want to know why Game Pass is so successful. Because if you're willing to sit and wait that long for that game to hit $19, $15, the Game Pass is light years ahead of you. This is why Sony can't. No, I'm going to put it like this. The way Sony is going about it is not substantial. It's not sustainable. Right. See how I make it? See now how it's funny to me? Everything that y'all claiming over there on PlayStation is not working. It's not working. So now you have to become like Xbox, because what Xbox is doing is working. You see? So,
but they need to put those day and date, man. They need day and date.
That's going to come too. But the thing is, watch this, JyzalGaming. It won't come until they finally understand how to make a true multiplayer game. And how long has Sony been out here in the gaming business? Since 96 in America? And they still don't know how to make a damn multiplayer game to last? And y'all sit up here and talk about we're taking L. That's why I laugh at you. Because You
Well,
you don't
you
you
know,
don't put a dent over here. You don't leave a
they
scratch in
they
my critical.
they sure couldn't do it organically, so they went out and purchased Bungie.
Look what happened with the word organic. Slapped them back in their face, didn't it?
Yep.
The best thing for them to do is either sound like Hart, be silly, laugh, but really hurt, or don't say anything at all. You only get two options. You either put on the clown suit or just be quiet. I respect the person to come out here and tell me straight up, look, man, Horizon Forbidden West is all I have. I waited 8 months for this buggy game, but it's what I have, and I'm gonna represent it, and I'm playing it, and I'm gonna beat it and tell you about my experience. What I don't like is somebody sit up here in front and act like it ain't buggy. But because here's my thing. If you're quiet about this game, then be quiet about any other game that comes out. I don't want to hear you. Facts.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. I don't want to see or hear you talk about another game after this game. If you're quiet, you can't tell the truth about this game, then leave all other games alone. Leave all other games alone. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Because there ain't nothing to talk about with you. Can't take you serious. Can't take you serious. So now Xbox is leading the way. What's pissing y'all off is you don't have an article to lie for you no more. You want an article to come out and say, yeah, man, PlayStation has VRR. It's now no tears. Y'all are in 2022 playing games that still tear. And y'all ain't even meeting bare minimum. At least, like JyzalGamingTV said, most of our community has already invested once already. They're just trying to get to the 120. They're looking into getting. That's why you see people more and more buying OLEDs now, because they've already upgraded to the minimum tier, which is 4K. Right. We already have the 4K 60. That's minimum. But
it's Sunday, brother.
Have that.
You're doing that Sunday service.
How you in 2022 and they bringing up 800p. Now remember y'all, last gen, all of this was over 900p and 1080p. Come to find out, PlayStation 4, facts. Come to find out that the PlayStation 4 wasn't even a 1080p console. They was lied to. They just went to court and settled out of that lie. Just now, we thought
the kill zone.
That's been over with. See what I'm saying? Got nothing. Got nothing. Waited 8 months. Waited 8 months. Game crashing consoles. Oh, quality game crashing consoles though. The game is. You have them coming out with an article talking about, yeah, we got to make an update for it. Well, now you say that? See, if it wasn't for people to come up on Twitter and go on YouTube and everything and complain about that game, nothing would have happened. They'd have been okay. They'd have just let that game ride even more further on down the road until a DLC probably would have had to come out. Then they would have corrected some stuff.
You mean director's cut?
A director's cut. Right. Shooting bow and arrows. Dude on Twitter talking about combat. And what he showed was shooting bow and arrows. This lets you know, bro, they don't know what they're talking about. That's not combat. Oh man,
bro, we got.
There's a thing, right?
When Forza dropped, we got numbers, right, of the amount of players that was enjoying the game. Halo dropped, we got numbers, right? Where's the numbers for Horizon Forbidden West?
That's it.
Even when Flight Sim dropped, we had numbers.
Facts. Where's some numbers at?
Damn, even when Seafood dropped, they told us it was 500,000.
You know why? Because they were proud, right? When you're not proud of something, look, we keep it a buck. Xbox didn't want to talk about consoles, right? Because they were getting killed on the sales. So they changed that whole narrative. So now they want to talk about Game Pass. When you look at PlayStation, when a game hits 1 million, they talk about it. When a game hits the Platinum Collection, they talk about it because it's got the sales that they feel like can encourage other people to take the plunge on the game. But I don't know what they're gonna do, bro. You know, they got that what you say was a premium package for $16. They get them demos and try them out. Maybe that does help them, but I doubt it. I think they'd rather be playing Microsoft games like Call of Duty on a PlayStation.
They're gonna be playing them Call of Duties and that FIFAs around the world, bro. They could care less. That's why Horizon Forbidden West ain't pushing them numbers, because their main community don't even play those games. The small
you gotta be fair too, though, man. Like I said that they should have delayed that game. They should have delayed that game before they dropped it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the last time they dropped it at bad, they had poor time, and this time they dropped it around Dying Light and what's the name of this game? Elden Ring. All right, you already knew that it was going to the pasture. Yeah. They're gonna have that slow drip, just like they did with Horizon Zero Dawn.
Right.
And 5 years later, they'll be able to say that they hit 20 million, but that's between giveaways, forced bundles, and deep discounts.
Right.
But that's on Sony. I blame Sony. Right. You know what I'm saying, for bringing that game out to die like that. That's just like Titanfall. Yeah, it was a great game, but you don't put it down there in Murder's Row like that.
Okay.
And that's what Sony did.
You're right, realist, but look what they even said, right? We're not saying this stuff. All right? Taking all the air out the room. We don't make articles. We're not gaming journalists, right? But they the ones that said, oh, we delayed the game to avoid crunch time. That's the reason they delayed the game. So the game got delayed again and still came out looking like this.
Had no choice. Had no choice, man. Them investors, man. Them investors probably had them over the table, in an arm bar, and was like, look, we done already lost $20 billion already. The moment that Activision deal got announced,
that's right.
You need to show us. You need to prove to us. You know, when it got get the mouth close to the ear, you need to prove to us that you real about this. and that game will come out.
Yeah, they haven't even given us numbers for Kenna.
Well, because Kenna has been impressive. It's a good game.
I didn't even think about that. That game, you remember how much they propped that game up and just how quickly it died?
The only thing we know is that they broke even. That's what the girl said. We broke even, and these dudes be capping. They be capping for games they don't buy.
They don't
That's
even
the funny shit.
No. We're just laughing. We're just laughing because. No. I'm just saying that. We're laughing because. I'm just saying no. Hear me out. I was just saying that I'm laughing because somebody ran out of material, so they had to go back to the old classic.
No, look, man. Listen, we're talking. We already know what that is. All right. Look, here's what I'm saying. What happened to Days Gone? Right. 8 million copies were sold on Days Gone. Right. But I want everybody to understand Fireboss, because Fireboss actually worked in the industry.
If you say so.
Right? Worked in the industry. Oh, no. Bro, it was last month. Or maybe if it wasn't last month's realist, it was either December. But the dev, I don't know his name, forgot his name. He came on Twitter publicly and was frustrated about Days Gone, because he was looking at the forecast and he was like, you mean to tell me that you would put out Forbidden West, right? That put out less numbers than my game, right? But it goes back to what Fireboss is saying, because they don't believe you, Fireboss. They're not gonna believe you on this. His game sells 8 million physical copies, right? He's telling you what it did, right? He's saying my game put out 8 million physical copies, right? And I couldn't get a sequel. Because here it go. Because they didn't believe. They didn't believe in my game. It's not that Sony didn't believe. The investors didn't believe, right? Because they saw Forbidden West. They saw Ragnarok and all these other games that was supposed to come out when? When was that damn game supposed to come out? What was told to us when the PlayStation 5 was coming out? When was Ragnarok supposed to drop, y'all? Tell me.
What, last year?
2022. When was that game supposed to drop?
Ragnarok is coming.
Did they say Ragnarok was dropping in 2023?
Ragnarok isn't until the end of the world, baby.
Right. What happened to Ragnarok? It got
They
delayed, right?
They gotta wait.
They gotta wait. But what was told to us? That game was coming out when? The very next year. The very next winter or fall of 2021. Remember that? Then it got delayed. Remember what everybody kept saying? Yeah, we kind of figured it was going to come out in 2021. We knew Sony was lying. Remember when people said that?
Yeah, we told them. Yeah, we
and
told
then
them
they would
that.
say, right, because there wasn't really no release date. And then what happened? Now everybody's saying, damn, the game might even come out this year. So when you got Sony proclaiming games ahead of time, investors knowing how big these games are, they're going to put their money into those games. They're going to put their bet onto those games. So Days Gone, when you compare it to those games, right? They wasn't just going to bid in that. You got Sony now putting their game. We found out 2 years prior to, you got all these donkeys running their mouth, and then it comes out that the God of War dev team was begging Jim Ryan to put the damn game on PC 2 years ago. Get it on PC, man. Look, you know what's funny? Is that
they're not enough.
Right.
Listen, that fan base isn't enough for them. They're not
Jimmy
satisfying
said
the dubs.
That came out of Jimmy's mouth, though. He said it just like that.
Yep. Not just that, but here's the funny part.
Not enough. They're not enough, realists.
Look, here's the
they don't support them enough.
They don't.
And here's
they just talk about them. They're supporting the devs with their mouths instead of their dollars.
Right. They needed the PC community to push them over the 20 million. They started celebrating. Right. Like they did it. You ain't do nothing.
J-Rock, not just that, and real is not just that. Chit Chat, not just that, and Fireball's not just that. What was the main reason why they wanted it on PC 2 years ago? So that's telling you when the game dropped, right? We wanted that game out before it even put out the numbers. You know why? Because they want people to see the game for its real creative value. So what does that tell you? That the PlayStation console never been the place where the creative value of their games can be displayed at. But don't tell it, don't tell it, don't.
Hey, League, I think
this is why when you watch that game, it's ashy in the background. Then you get on PC and you actually see mountaintops. You're like, wait a minute, there's ice on the mountaintops? There's because you got an inferior console that plays on outdated material. There's nothing in the PlayStation that's updated material. Nothing. The CPU is outdated. The GPU has key dice features of RDNA 2. You remember they even had one of their number one guys now that went over to EA who's switching the tune today, who said it was RDNA 3.0. That's their community. You see what I'm saying? That comes out of their community. Yup, exactly. 2021. So why in the hell would they bid up on Days Gone when those games are supposed to be their biggest games? So it goes back to what Fireball said. Horizon Forbidden West had to drop, Eli, because now they're impatient. Wait a minute. We be sitting up here, we didn't put our money out, we're waiting. Now you're going to drop it now. Because y'all still got Ragnarok out here. And look, this generation, it's not working for Sony, right? Sony can't keep delaying games and then wait a year when all the delayed games.
Well, they can't, man. They do it. They eat up whatever Sony gives them.
It ain't working.
Sony can lie to them and tell them it's gonna come out in 2021, right? Like they did. All the Xbox people was like, "Yo, man, that's not gonna happen." They just dropped God of War 2018. It takes 5 years to make these games. It takes about 5 years for them to really see the potential of the game sales, right? Because they gotta sell it. They have to discount it. They have to bundle it. They have to do the whole process before they get ready to sell a sequel to it. That's why it's not coming this year either.
Right.
They're gonna blame. Then the next thing you know, that Christopher Judge is gonna come out and say that he stubbed his toe and he wasn't able to talk on a microphone next.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a bunch of foolishness, man. That only PlayStation fanboys come on here or any other platform to defend.
Mm-hmm.
But what was
The thing
uncovered
about it
about
is,
the game? Wasn't the game a DLC cover up?
Well, it was a
DLC cover up.
DLC that they chose to expand and make into a full game. I mean,
That's it.
they don't like that truth either, but that came from Barlow. But it is what it is, bro. You know what I mean? They
but the
buy
thing
it.
is for
They buy
DLC,
it.
yeah, for DLC, they stuck, with the same thing they always kept talking about us. Oh, it looks like once again you bots got to wait. But look at you guys. You're sitting here waiting too.
Bro, they waiting for the start of next gen still. So look, they
Right.
talking about me waiting on games, bro. They're still waiting on next gen, right? Because
Right.
once Redfall hits, we already know that's cross gen cloud. I mean, I'm sorry, it's next gen with the cloud or current gen with the cloud. You know what I'm saying? These dudes just got a PlayStation 4 release. You know what? You cannot alienate those million or however many million plus that they sell these PS4s to in 2022 by saying, "Oh, you need a PS5 that we can't sell you right now." No, they just extended the next generation, cross generation for their fans. So these dudes have nothing to say to me. Go play those director's cuts.
Shoot, the only cuts they're playing is some cold cuts.
Yeah, hey, when Sony get finished with them, they won't even be able to afford cold cuts. You know what I'm saying? Where they out there talking about they supporting the developers and stuff, bro. Like they had some games, bro, and that's cool for them, bro. You know what I'm saying? But Sony gonna keep jerking them as long as they after they make these line announcements and they go run a social media to defend them. You know what I'm saying? Sony gonna keep up with it. But God of War, if God of War makes 2022, man, I'll drop $1,000 super chat into this thing right after it drops.
Eternal? Why they keep bringing up
for
Eternal?
for this whole year? For this whole year, you be good with a PlayStation 4 only, but we can't say the same for Xbox. Right? In this year, people will need an Xbox Series console because they're getting Xbox exclusive games, right?
But see,
this whole year, if you was a PlayStation
part.
4 only owner, you still be good. You're still getting the best experience from the PlayStation community. You're still getting the Horizon. You're still getting a better performing.
Hello?
Yeah,
cut
man.
out.
Yeah. Well, I guess he cut out.
I was going to add real quick. I didn't want to interject on him, but I was going to add to what he said.
Yes, you did. That's what you're doing.
Okay, fine. You caught me. Since you caught me, let me go and finish it. But no, it's just that now to add with it, it's like, see, it's like what I was talking about in like the other day in the DMs and stuff, is even in the case of say even somebody like me, and I'm not ashamed to admit it, I still don't have my Series X yet. All right. Here's the thing. I'm still not left out of the conversation. Now, it's true that there's no more Xbox Ones being made. And unless you get it like secondhand, you're not going to be able to buy another one. But here's the thing. I'm still not left out of the next gen conversation because guess what? Guess what Swiss Army knife Microsoft has that allows me to
play via the cloud. Yeah.
The cloud.
That's right.
That's Charmin soft. Cloud.
X cloud, baby. That's that Ryu Shuriken. across
but see what I don't understand
across,
is, bro,
across the chin.
Look, bro, they putting the PS4 against the Series S. If Microsoft doesn't find a way to exploit this weakness, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, that's what they're not even putting up the PS4, right? You're putting up the PS3 at the same price of a next gen console. Like, we're gonna see how that goes, man. If Microsoft don't come, they better make Aaron Greenberg better say something. Somebody better say something. If they don't, just go ahead and exploit this right here. Because I've been kind of defending Xbox's marketing against all the bots who say they're not doing a good job of marketing. But so far, I think they've been doing a good job. But they better say something once they get these PS4s rolling.
Yeah, I mean, do they really have to? I mean, it kind of, like I said, it's comedy that writes itself. You're sitting here, trying to shove to us a game system that is doing like what 1080p checkerboard, not even 60 frames, only 30.
Yeah, but see, there's always been things that needed to be said, man. I mean, people have always been misguided. I remember Bill Gates saying that they can sell bricks to the customers and they buy it, right? Like, so
Right.
this
So
people is obviously a blind following. So yeah, it needs to be explained out to them. It needs to be exploited somehow because people are just doing things out of habit at this point.
so let me ask you, right? If Horizon Forbidden West, they need to do all these techniques in that game already, right, to get it running with all these bugs and glitches. Would it would the game would it have been different if it was a next gen only game? Because
Nope.
we're already seeing limitations. We're seeing them doing the temporal injection from this to get it up to a certain resolution, and then when you look at it, it looks like shit when you go into performance mode.
It wouldn't
But I
have,
think,
it wouldn't have made a difference, and that's not me being seriously. That's not me being negative. It's what we've been talking about, like for the past few minutes and stuff. It wouldn't matter. Not enough people buying it.
It doesn't have no ray tracing.
yeah, but see, that's the thing, man. Like, and I think Sony is gonna have to find out the hard way. I think Microsoft figured this out before Sony. But see, Sony needed a distinguishing quality about their games, right? We're gonna make the prettiest games, right? But pretty games cost money and they cost performance, right? So you try to compare a Halo to a Horizon. Yeah, Horizon has prettier colors, but does it perform better? No, yeah. So they said it was a shooter, right? I saw a PlayStation person say that Horizon was a shooter. And 60 frames is the issue. 120 is not going to happen because you have to make these games pretty.
Mhm.
Now they can't keep making these games pretty and expect for them to work, you know, as you see other games work, unless they have it on a linear game. Like when you get the Last of Us direct cut, I expect to see some ray tracing and things like that in a linear game. But open
Mhm.
world games, they're going to struggle because their games are predicated on being pretty. Pretty first, performance second. Yeah, if they can get it to
Like
hit
the
60,
preferred
great.
right, the preferred method of playing Horizon, according to all the experts, is at the 30
Well,
frame
yeah,
mode.
yeah, because it's going to perform up to par. You know what I'm saying? You can get the graphics. That's what they play. Listen, man, I was on a Twitter thing yesterday, and I listened to these PlayStation guys talk about how a game looked for 10 minutes with no breaks. They went in rotation. Nobody talked anything about gameplay. And then they had nerve to talk junk about Nintendo. Nintendo figured it out a long time ago. We're not going to be about the graphics. We're going to be about fun, right? They don't even care about the performance of these games. And Sony's going to have to figure that out too, because all their games, you give it to them, it's pretty, but their performance is hit or miss. Remember Returnal? You know what I mean? They were talking about how it's hitting 4K 60, find out it's 1080p. Because the game has to be pretty for it to work.
Yeah.
For them, and you give it to them. All their games are pretty, but the performance is trash. I ain't gonna say it's trash. It's just not up to par. How's that?
It's trash
And
for what the hype is. I'll say it.
I mean, when it comes to hype, bro, we already know,
Trash
man.
for
And
what
nothing but
Why we
clowns
still,
it's a
overhyping
limit.
games.
It's a
bro? Why
limit,
we
bro.
still getting all
It's a
these
limit.
pop-ups, bro, with that SSD?
Bro, look, don't blame Cerny. That's Gorilla. All right, Gorilla needs to step that game up because Cerny is a genius. All right, because look, we got these ponies blaming the Series S for not hitting certain benchmarks when it's these devs. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys remember when Like a Dragon came out, it ran jank. From Software games are never gonna be
Hmm.
technical marvels, bro. Like they're not about optimization. They don't have to depend on optimization because their fans like to just play the games, right? They
Hmm.
just like to get killed 20 times by the same boss and then run to Twitter when they finally do it. Right? That's what those games are about, bro. You know,
we do hold Western developers to a higher standard than our Eastern counterparts.
yeah, because for some reason, I mean, I know why. I mean, they were raised up to worship the Japanese and what they do, right? All we had was Nintendo. Sony introduced us to the JRPG genre. It's like the holy grail to a lot of people, right? We don't hold them to the same standard. We like their anime, right? My kids got me on that crap. It's actually pretty good though. But like, they can't do anything wrong, right? They can not support us, right? They like legal said they can't sell Fords and Chevys, but they can sell iPhones though, right? They can disregard us, but when it comes to us, we gotta like what they do. We have to turn a blind eye to when they mess up. So, I know how they got there, how we arrived there. A lot of them were raised up to believe in them that way. And Americans do a great job of taking a dump on their own. You know what I'm saying? That's like Michael Jackson told y'all that.
That's a fact.
Yeah, and that's why I'm always rock with Xbox until they stop making them. You know what I mean? That's why, like, it's no way we got an American box over here, and I'm gonna jump on the Japanese box. I was raised up on the Japanese box. Let me see what BG got over here. That. So seriously, that's why I always rock with the Xbox until it's over. You know what I'm saying? And at this rate, it won't ever be over. We'll probably have one big happy console before it's over.
Listen, I rock with Xbox because of the community. Like, I'm not one of these loner basement dwellers. You know what I mean? Like, I like the community aspect of it.
Yeah, well, that's what I found.
I like doing the game nights. I like getting 20 people on, 10 people, whatever, and just start playing these multiplayer games. I like the co-op. Like, that's what Xbox gives me from day one. That's what they were giving me with the Xbox Live and all this.
Yeah,
I don't feel that sense of community on the PlayStation
You don't
consoles.
have one. That's why you don't see it.
Well, yeah, but see, that's what I was saying. Every time I thought you were about to stop, you kept going. So I was like, let me shut up, right? But you didn't know that until Xbox showed you, right? Because before, all we had was Coach Co-op, right? There was no playing with friends until the Xbox showed you Xbox Live and the capabilities of what's possible with playing with people you don't even know and never see sometimes. So, yeah, I came because Dreamcast died. And then, I had a choice. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I had a choice to make. You know what I'm saying? Go jump on the PlayStation because everybody else is, or go get this Dreamcast, and play with Randy Moss, NFL 2K or AI. I'm looking at NFL Game Day with them block football players. So it's like I had a choice to make. And then when I see, it's crazy how far the gaming industry has come and the way that news is delivered, because I didn't even know the Dreamcast died. I didn't know the industry turned their backs on the Dreamcast like that. But when it died, by the time I was ready to move on, the choice was between a PlayStation or Xbox. Do I take a memory card or am I take a hard drive? You know what I'm saying? I'm playing Grand Theft Auto, listening to my own music. That was the choice I made. Then I found out about Microsoft. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm out there getting shot up by little kids cursing me out. That was shown after I got on Xbox. You see, like, we never, like, the Dreamcast had a modem, but the game that they had that was online nobody was really playing that. It was one of those, like, rhythm games, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, Xbox was always about the community. You know what I mean? Xbox took notes from AOL.
Look at the design of the community consoles, right? The GameCube, how many controller ports did it have?
I think it had 4, right?
Yeah, 4.
And Xbox did too. Dreamcast.
Yeah,
Dreamcast. I think Dreamcast only had. I think it had 4 too, right?
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, I think all the way up to the Xbox had all the way up to the OG Xbox had 4 ports. I didn't have a GameCube. I had a 64. Now Nintendo burned me at that point.
Let me see. And the only console I needed to buy a multi-tap to get more than 4 players on it was the PlayStation. I need to buy an extra accessory for that shit too.
Yeah, because they're always behind, man. They claim Sony innovates, but they're always behind. I don't understand that. It's like oxymoronic to me.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I was like, nah. Even in the design is for these single player lonely gamers. Like, that's why they out here doing what they do.
That's right, Jago. Who got that legendary award? That's right, Jago. That's it. Who got that legendary award, man? That's it. That's why I say, man,
Yeah,
listen,
so
you can't
I
come.
was brought up in the community, even in the arcades, like
Yep.
playing in the
Street
arcades. It was
Fighter,
always online, right? Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Killer
Mortal
Instinct,
Kombat,
right?
Virtual Fighter, Tekken.
Marvel versus Capcom.
That's why I got out.
Oh, yeah.
Yup,
So
it is what
even
it
in the
But
is.
yeah, gaming is
arcades,
always more fun.
right, in the arcades, it's always about community.
Always.
Smash,
Gaming,
Super Smash
gaming has
Brothers,
always been
community.
about community.
Even Nintendo knows it's about community. The only one lacking is PlayStation.
Well, Nintendo knows most of all, though.
Yeah,
You know, and that's
heavy.
what the Switch was branded upon. Like because they did a horrible job with the Wii U. But if you pay attention to how they marketed the Wii, it was all about playing together, taking those two little bitty controllers and playing with one another on that screen. That was the first commercial, the announcement. Nintendo knows better than everybody, especially with Mario. Whatever Mario Party selling like 15 million units. That's crazy for that game.
Oh yeah.
You have to have games like that, man, to guarantee your bank. The thing about it is, man, when you don't have something that certifies your bank, you're constantly jumping around. You can't provide your base with great gaming experience to hold a community when all your stuff is outdated, man. The big hack of 2011, it was outdated. You got the jailbait. Every PlayStation console that comes out in less than a year is jailbait. It's broken. Every time you buy a PlayStation, you put your personal information, your whole well-being at risk. So now it got to the point where they just say, you know what, we're going to abandon all of that. You just use the PlayStation cards. It's crazy. Like you're not really solving an issue. You're just getting around the issue. That's the problem. But see, all that has to stop when you build for multiplayer. When you build for multiplayer, you're going to have to build for community. So like I said, in the future, everything that you're talking about today or what was good just a week ago won't be around no more. So now you're going to be forced to be fake. You're going to be playing for a brand that inside you're faking about. You really don't like its appearance to you, but you're going to ride with it anyway because I like PlayStation. See, I don't feel that way when I'm riding with Xbox. Xbox can make a decision today to put a game on PlayStation. It don't bother me. It don't bother me because my experience on Xbox is still going to be an experience on Xbox. I know damn well that game ain't going to perform better when they put it over there. No company does that. You're going to know. I know why I'm over here on Xbox. I know why. All my games are invested. Every single last one of them. If I buy a game, I don't have to repurchase that. If a game gets an upgrade, I don't have to pay for that. Who does that dumb stuff, man? We're in 2022. Taking air out the room. Nobody does that dumb stuff, man. That sounds like a company that just needs to nickel and dime it. They need money. That's what it shows to me is that, hell, if I yell too much at the game, that's going to be $5. That's a $5 fee. If I move the menu screen, that's 50 cents. Come on, man. Y'all can't enjoy gaming without them charging you something. Just like
Nickel and diamond.
Nickel
right.
and dime, nickel and dime.
Just like their storage capacity last gen, right?
You already
Every
purchased the console.
What you mean
All
last
do is pay
gen?
more.
This gen you only get 660. What you mean, bro?
right, exactly, realist.
Bro,
Exactly.
they sold these features. They sold you these features when you purchased the console, right? But why do you have to pay to experience what you already purchased?
J-Rock, can I go to the dealership again, bro? Can I? Hey, realist, boss, chit chat. We're going to J-Rock's dealership today, okay? J-Rock dealership. J-Rock, I see this nice ride right here, man.
JyzalGamingTV Motors.
Yeah,
J
J-Rock
Motors.
Motors. Yo, we going to J-Rock Motors today. I love it.
So
J-Rock
Mr. Rocket
Motors.
got to be Chevy like a rock. So right.
Right. J-Rock Motors, right? So we pulling up, all right? I've already went online. I already told J-Rock what I like, everything, right? So in order to test drive it, everybody knows when you go to the dealership, man, you get a test drive, right? Why they gonna charge me an extra $500 to do a test drive? JyzalGaming over there at JyzalGaming Motors, man, they be charging you just to do test drives. Oh, we go around the block, test it out, man, $500. If I open up the car door and you sit in there, $50. You punch the lights on, $10. I mean, like, that makes no sense when you buy that.
You know, when you go purchase a new car, right? They on the window it tells you everything that comes with that specific model.
MSRP, baby. Yep.
Right. It tells you everything that you're that's included in your purchase. You take it off the lot, come to find out in the small print it says, but you got to pay a $10 upgrade charge to actually use the features you already purchased in the car.
Stop it.
You can't make this stuff up. We're at JyzalGaming Motors, baby. We're everything.
Bro,
they sat there and hit you on the horn.
You like bro, you like the panoramic sunroof, right?
Right.
but to have it go all the way back, you got to pay $10.
$10.
Only halfway.
Facts.
Half
Yeah,
of
for half of
it.
Look, they called you up, they sold it to you, they told you all about it, and then
somebody
man,
bought it.
that's cool.
Yep.
And then you get ready to use it. That'll be $10.
Right. That'll be $10.
Yeah.
That'll be $10. Get that half a panorama. You know what I'm saying? Your mirrors won't flip until you pay through this app.
Yo, look at Top Notch Box said. They paying for trials. Paying for trials. You can't make this stuff up, man. Like, that's why they gotta sound so stupid out here. That's why I was telling y'all, like, y'all can't get so messed up, man, when you see people come in and they sound stupid. What did I say? Do you really think that you're going to get a logical explanation for this? How? How do you make this logical? How do you
I'm telling you, bro.
You can't. So
fanboys don't need logic.
Right. The only way I can is
I had legal. I had one, right? He said he beat Horizon Forbidden West already. He sold it and he's using the money from that sale to purchase Elden Ring. But this is someone who's against game subscription. Right. What he essentially did was an expensive ass rental because you bought the game at $70.
Right.
You sold it. They're not going to give you no $70.
Nope.
What they going to give you?
They gave you about
30?
Yeah, probably like 40 for that.
The value dropped as soon as you drove it off the car room floor.
Yeah, the value drops. But it's a brand new game. If it's $70, you get
the money he lost out. The money he lost out. That would have paid for months of Game Pass.
Or Sparticus.
Well, you couldn't expect him to keep. You couldn't expect him to keep.
I'm telling
you. What's the reason? What's the reason to keep it?
I'm telling you,
they're platinum, man.
Like,
bro,
and then what?
These things are lying on the internet, bro. Trying to be catchy, bro. He did not do any of the things that JyzalGaming just outlined. He's just lying. Like they think they're being smart and witty, bro. Like just say Game Pass is a great deal and stay off of Xbox posts and out of Xbox chats and move on. Go play the PlayStation. Game Pass is the best deal in gaming. It is what it is.
That's what I said.
And then you have a bunch of them.
They give me the victory.
You have a bunch of them
show me
that be game sharing.
There's no excitement over there when they doing this. You don't see me over there on they stuff, man. I have nothing. I have absolutely no desire to hear what I already know. So it's not like you coming over here to tell me that it's better. It's doing anything to me. Okay, it's better. All right.
Yeah. I mean, there's really no need.
That's the reason why when we buy. That's the reason why while we buy OLED TVs, the actual resources for having an OLED TV makes sense for our console. Like, you buy an OLED TV for the PlayStation 5 for why? Just like I asked that question, what makes it next gen? Still to this day, don't have an answer. See, that's when I start laughing. You see what I'm saying? That's when I start laughing.
SSD.
Yeah, SSD.
Bro, not only that, legal. You have the same ones that are against Game Pass talking about game sharing.
Right.
Oh, good thing Good thing I didn't buy Elden Ring. I got it through GameShare, and it's not my cup of tea.
And they act
I
like,
said,
you know why he said that?
GameShare?
Because you can't play the whole entire game in game share. You only get so many hours, bro.
That's
why.
true. Is it really?
Yeah, they don't tell you that.
I don't have PlayStation friends anyway. But okay.
Unless they changed it. Now, unless they changed it.
They probably changed that.
Because
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah, because they have to be competitive on that. Because
yeah,
like
they had to be competitive. Yeah.
on Xbox, you can play the whole games.
The whole game,
But
right.
it wouldn't be beyond Sony to do a move like that until they got exposed for it.
Right. Exactly.
That sounds like something that Nintendo would do themselves if they even let you share the games.
Because
It's so hard to share a game on that.
Right. I think the person that owns the game has to always be online. Like you can't leave. Like when we game share, I don't have to be there. I be on my
So basically, it's like that game that won Game of the Year. Like you have to be playing with the other person to play.
Yeah, you have to be.
It takes two. It takes two. Like you have a friend pass, but they have to be playing with you.
Have to be activated. Your account has to be on.
Yeah, I don't care enough to look it up.
You turn that Xbox off. I mean, you turn that PlayStation off. That's it for him. He ain't sharing nothing. You see what I'm saying? That's it. That's what I'm saying. Outdated resources, man. Like you can't even pound for pound. PlayStation has never been able to pound for pound Xbox. Never. Even last year and how horrible Xbox One was presented, right? When you lay out pound for pound, still failed. The camera failed. The debut games failed. Think about it. They just now using dynamic resolution, bro. They were using checkerboarding like it was out of style last gen. We was dynamic resolution. So
and they're still using it.
Yep. They still, well, damn. I mean, I was trying to be nice.
Stop trying to be nice, man. We would educate the public.
Realists came in, they still using it. And like I said, man, I don't condone using checkerboard, you know. I don't care what they do to make a game look nice. You know, if that's what you're used to doing to make a game look nice, make it look nice. But don't try to use checkerboarding as if it's on the level of what we're doing today with our technology for next gen graphics. Like don't come in here talking about, you know, the heightening of HDR with dynamic resolution, with the ray tracing effects that Microsoft owns personally. Don't bring that up as if Sony's going to do something better. There isn't anything better. See, once you realize what's out here, then you realize they can't do anything better. It's the reason why they did that when they did what was it? The Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb. Remember when that game came out? It was exclusive. They went nuts for a whole year. Well, that's because it had Microsoft real products in it. So when it finally came over to PlayStation, it had to be downgraded. People was mad because they didn't understand. Well, do you think Microsoft is going to hand over their best to PlayStation? Doesn't work like that. You're here to promote your brand. So if you get anything look, it works the same way, right? MLB, the show. MLB, the show, performs better on Xbox. Why? Because Xbox is better than PlayStation. That's why. It's not hard. This ain't a hard situation. It's easy. Now, you get somebody in here emotional. You get somebody in here that wants you to put diapers on them. Of course, well, it's better. It's better. That's fine. If you want to believe that, that's fine. I'm not going to debate you on what's the obvious. Like I said, that's like somebody lining me up a 720p TV saying it's better than an OLED TV. Not going to argue with you, bro.
And the show was so successful on Gamepass, they didn't hesitate to put the next one on it.
Right.
It was so successful that they said, let's go ahead and put this thing on the Switch too.
What was this thing about Elden Ring? J-Rock, what was this thing about Elden Ring? 800p?
800p, yeah. I heard it was going. I heard it was going down. Yeah, but I heard it was going down to 720 at some points.
You know, when the third-party games ain't working for you anymore, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I get it. I understand. Like I said, some people can look at this Oh, look, man, it's console wars. Shut up. You don't even know what a console war is. Shut up.
Bro,
First of all.
no, but like I
Yeah,
was saying, the Western devs are held to a high standard because you imagine a Western dev. You see the performance on PC
do
for
you
Elden Ring. I I saw one at 720p and he
Yeah, it's
still
still
had
trash on
drops.
there.
yeah,
And he had a 3090. I was like,
right.
God damn,
Spent all that money.
Yeah,
Right.
he's
so
struggling.
that goes to show you that these games are poorly optimized, right?
Fact.
Yeah,
So
man.
what they like instead of releasing them optimized, we got to pay to be beta testers. So like
Beta testers.
they do hold the Western devs to different standards. I mean they earned it. You know what I mean? Look at as much as people talk about JRPGs, like five million sales is like one of the top best or the top sellers, right? You have what is it? Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, Pokemon, which kind of it's Nintendo's thing, so it kind of doesn't really count, but it's still one of the best, and it's a JRPG. The rest of them, like when they hit 500,000, they write the articles about it, right? When it used to be the only thing that people had on PlayStation, right? Not the only thing, but one of the only things, which is why they love them to this day. I still don't understand why Xbox is really trying so hard to get into them. But when it comes to real advancements in gaming, we're not getting that from the East. That's coming from the West. So yeah, we should continue to hold them to a higher standard. When let them continue to think that like they play games for story and not fun, and they can make these little, basic games. While we over here, shooting people from helicopters. Give me that.
Bro, can you imagine if Starfield came out with that type of performance?
Uh, Look, man, it's all about who makes it. It's an
Yeah.
Xbox exclusive. So if it came out looking like that, because once again, man, you go back into this Japanese company love that these people that it's like they call them weebs. I call them weebs. My children are weebs. They just love anything that comes out of Japan. You can't speak out against it. But if that had to come and see now, that's not even an American company. But just for the fact that it's on the Xbox and it's an exclusive, oh man, you wouldn't hear the end of it. Wouldn't hear the end of it. But From Software, they have their following. It's a 97 ranked game, even though it's not. It's got
97?
bugs. Yeah, it's got bugs. What else, man? You can't play co-op with it the whole way through. You know, but it's a 97 because they allowed nothing but fans to be reviewers. You know what I'm saying? They let the fans review it, and like I think it was legal who said they got the game that they always wanted, right? But that was smart of them.
Yeah.
Unlike Xbox and sometimes Sony, they giving the game to anybody who wants it just to get it out there, and they're giving them 60s when they don't like the console or their game. You know what I'm saying? So I read those reviews that the first day when it was at like 28, and it was nothing but fans doing the reviews. But if soccer came out, bro, like it would be all over Twitter, it'd be all over YouTube. They'll have to issue an apology about how they look at what happened with what's the name of that game that we say we like, but
Cyberpunk?
it's Crossfire X. Look what happened with Crossfire
Crossfire.
X. 2 days later, everybody has to apologize who works for the studio, and Microsoft had to go hide their hands on it. They don't even talk about it. We didn't even know. Like, if you weren't waiting on, if you weren't a hardcore Xbox fan, you didn't even know it was coming because Xbox didn't even talk about it. They knew it was coming. And then what's his name? The Boogeyman. The Boogeyman had to come out and write a article about how sorry they are for releasing a game that's broken and how much their fans really mean to them. Nah, like if we meant so much to you, you would have released a game that worked, bro. That's how you lose people. But then again,
Right.
when you have a game like a Sea of Thieves, like a Fortnite, that starts out weak and finishes strong, that gives other companies the confidence to release half done games like they've been doing.
We'll
That's
continue
all
to
I'll
do
say
it.
about that.
Yeah. And they're gonna continue to do it too.
Yeah,
Right.
because
That
Because I mean
game,
you
that's
keep buying them.
right. The
Bro,
purpose of that game is to continually be worked on. You got the #1 FPS
hey,
shooter in
better.
the world, bro, on console for the first time. It's going to continually be worked on. It's just way different from a game that came out with a release date and then gets delayed. It's kind of like what the realtor said. We didn't even know, bro. We had no idea just how big Crossfire X was. We had no idea. I think it was Fireballs that had to tell me about the game because he knew about the game overseas. He was laughing like he was because Fireballs was in
3
the dark.
million.
He was
3
looking like
mil,
I'm
3,
waiting for
3
somebody to really
million
know.
player base.
Yeah, he was
That's
like, I'm
even
just
big.
waiting
That's
for
even bigger
somebody.
than COD.
Yeah, he was like,
I
I was just
thought
waiting.
it was 6 with a
It's
bit
6
with
million.
a billion registered. 6 million concurrent. That's what I
Yeah, 6
read.
million concurrent, bro. Worldwide.
It's no matter what, even at 3, I think it's still the biggest game, period.
No, it is. The biggest first-person shooter. Dude, nothing's touching it.
It was based off of Counter-Strike, and nothing's touching Counter-Strike. That's got too big of a head start.
It was too big of a head start. That's right. And he showed me all of these things, and I didn't even know. I was like, bro, I never heard of the game before. So when he showed me all that, I was like, dude, this is crazy. So you're telling me, let's talk about it. Because I'm glad this came up. This is good stuff. So let's just rewind it for a minute, y'all. This is good stuff, right? Remember this thing about Call of Duty, right? And everybody had their opinion, right? Everybody had their opinion, had they played out, sitting at the table. It was like a fan reunion, and everybody had they say so, right? And you only felt good when you was able to say your opinion and make yourself feel good, right? And so the thing was Call of Duty being extended on the PlayStation platform after the contract talk, right? So whatever the dates for the contract talk was, Microsoft was extending Call of Duty on PlayStation platform. And everybody lost their minds, right? Especially the donkeys. They looking at it as a victory, and we're looking at it as a super victory. We're like, well, yeah, it's a super victory, because we know what the bottom line is. They never can figure this stuff out. So
no, they know. They know.
Just happened?
It's a whole thing about ignorance is bliss.
Don't even give them no more credit, Fireballs. They don't know. Because they haven't proven to me that they know anything, bro. So no, I'm convinced now in 2022, they don't know. I used to believe that. Nah, man, they just joking around. Nah, they ain't joking around no more, bro. They don't know what the hell they be talking about out here. It's clear. It's evident now. It's evident. So look, it came out not too long ago, right? What happened to Call of Duty? What did Microsoft just do to Call of Duty? You can't make this up.
They just delayed it.
Now, realist. Who is calling the shots with Call of Duty now?
The head of Xbox Gaming.
Thank you. Now, think about this.
Unofficially in the shadows.
Right. They don't like
because the deal is not done yet. Yeah.
Right, J-Rock. You better say that, J-Rock, because they've always had a problem with us being certain around here in these streets. Oh no, you better not be certain around here. You better you got to put up the circumstances. The ink hasn't dried yet. The ink hasn't dried yet. Look at boy really rolling on him. He might see one of them donkeys, man. You better slow down. You better slow down out there. But look.
Bro, hey, my bag of chips hit the phone.
But look, you got them, right? And they delayed the game. So that means the game ain't coming out as scheduled. So what does that mean, J-Rock? That means what? The game got extended past what? Its release date.
Yep.
J-Rock. They don't know which way they're going, bro. They think, that's why I told them, don't speak until the ink is dry. There's no details into this. When it's a contract, when people write out a contract, man, this is how artists used to get screwed all the time. Because they never read everything in the contract. They just signed their name at the dotted line. Well, nowadays, we're more educated than that. So we thought, right? And we thought that when deals are made, you wait for the ink to dry. And then you wait for the company to come out and explain to you what happened. But no, all of a sudden we're lawyers, we're businessmen, and we're gonna talk before the ink dries. Everybody had an opinion, but I told them, I'm letting y'all know right now, this isn't what you think it is, because you can't make me believe that a company will spend $70 billion, right, to put their whole newest tech into a game and then issue it out all over the place as the best versions. Even if they get that, It won't be the best versions. We won't have to pay for it. So the truth will have to be revealed within these communities. Do y'all really take care of Call of Duty or not? So I did my research. Oh, well, only 23 million play Call of Duty. Notice it said Call of Duty. Well, which one? Is it Modern Warfare? How many play Modern Warfare? How many of them play Warzone? What's the other one? How many play the other one? What's the other one?
Vanguard.
Black Ops.
Cold War.
No, Cold War and Black Ops. That's the one. Right. So there's so many Call of Duties. You're not just stuck to one. But see, you can't, like I keep trying to tell my gaming community, my beautiful gaming community. This is why gaming knowledge is powerful, bro. That's why you can't just walk around here not thinking that not having gaming knowledge is something that's not been a part of this community from day one. It always has been. Even when we was in the arcades, man, we knew what kind of game we were playing. We understood what we were putting our quarter in, right? Because we had to pay to play. So you're not just who was just throwing their quarters anywhere? Oh, let me put it in here. Let me put it in here. I don't know what this game's about. Nah, nobody was wasting their money like that. Because you was good if you got 5 minutes out of that quarter. You was dead. Died, killed all your men off. You're done. You're done. Good luck playing Gallagher back in my day. See how long you lasted with a quarter. And that's how it was, man. So the time was of the essence. Understanding the game was beautiful. And as we grew and as more and more outlets came out, we got those magazines. We wanted to read. We wanted to learn who devs were. Now they don't want you like that. They want you to not do your research. They want you to listen to what they throw out. Take their word for everything.
And just consume.
I got insiders. We got insiders that we don't ever see. Nobody ever vouching. Nobody's ever co-signing. Nobody's doing this. But we want y'all to believe what we say. And then when a business pops out and tells you, oh no, don't listen to them. Wait for my YouTube channel to come out. Come listen to what I have to say about what you've already read. Right? That's our industry now. Oh, and by the way, let's make up all these new terms and all the old terms. Let's turn them into something that is not really what they mean. So you wonder why our gaming community is like chickens with their heads cut off now. Oh, and then add social media on top of that. So all the ones who really wouldn't be talking, social media made them kings now. They the kings. And so we already know that wildebeest arrive in herds. Grizzly bears don't. There's a different mentality with certain people. Certain people don't have to have a wildebeest mentality when they're in these gaming streets. It's just gaming, people. It's just gaming. It's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? But when you make yourself out to be a celebrity and you're not, as if at the end of the day, your name is going to be up there in Hollywood because of your YouTube channel, it's not. What can you say? You got people thinking that who they associate with makes them princesses or princesses, but yet there's no throne to sit on. When we turn on the news, their name ain't never talked about. When you out here in these streets, nobody brings them up. They're not worldwide, internationally known. The only one that is Jeff Keighley. You got to give respect on his name because he's all over the place. So unless you hear him being silly, you don't count, bro. You doing this for nothing. I mean, at least if you're gonna do it, be like him. Have a game award show and all of that good stuff. On top of the fact that his parents were already rich, but we ain't even gonna talk about that. So he in that small little percentage of hand-me-down money, of the American pie money. So even he's not made. You know what I'm saying? So if we got the guy that, and that's not a knock on the fact that he wasn't a gamer, but that's a knock on the fact that where he's at right now, he didn't even get there on the strength of his name. So nobody has. So that's the kind of industry we got, right? So that's why you can't look at us or anybody else as fake, talk down on somebody. Why? We all in the same pot, right? Just a few of us move like grizzly bears, and most of y'all move like wildebeest. That's the problem. That's the problem. And the ones that move like grizzly bears, they're in that small percentage. But see, it's mighty being that grizzly bear. Line those wildebeests up, and you're gonna see a massacre. That's what we enjoy being. We enjoy being the grizzlies out here. It's boring being the wildebeest. It's boring. I can't imagine myself telling y'all just what y'all want to hear. Not gonna tell y'all that. I already know what's up because I did my research. I ain't gotta wait on somebody. I ain't gotta listen to nobody. When you do your research, you listen to what you just read. You see what you just read. It's all here now. Y'all don't want to accept the L. That's fine. We figured that. Just come out and say Game Pass is king. You won't do that. We understand. We know the rules to engagement. But you're not winning this generation because this generation ain't built on consoles. And so you're not winning it. You're mad at that. That's fine. Be mad at that. Just know that's the truth.
Xbox already won last year.
It already won that. Right.
You know,
it already won that.
Last year.
Respect.
Let's see if we win this year again, man. Well, we need to start seeing some trailers and game footage, gameplay of these upcoming games. That's what we need to see.
Exactly. That would be nice. Or get
I know. As a community, we be split about that subject, but no, seriously, I agree with y'all. You know, it's time. It's time to start. Really pounding the pavement now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, rubbing it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think they need to show y'all nothing until they're ready. Because the whole last year, y'all complained about them not showing games that were too far away. So now they let you know the games are coming, and they'll show you more when they're ready. The dudes said so. They already run E3. They already run the Game Awards. So y'all still want them to show y'all something else. Y'all will never be happy. So don't show y'all nothing until they're ready. When it's ready, those games that they shown us, now it's time to see some gameplay on those games at E3 on the biggest stage, the Game Awards, which is bigger than E3 now. It's time for that.
I want to see some Redfall, man. I want to see Redfall.
We're gonna see that at E3. Isn't that a summer release? E3 in the summer.
Here's my thing, Lord Thanos. Here's my thing. We're going to keep complaining because we're the consumers, right? So
y'all got nothing better to do.
We're not going to stop complaining, right?
And see, you got to remember, it's more. You got you got to also remember that it's more than us. There's those who are not hardcore like us, and they don't know what Xbox is about. How are you going to rope them in? You know, unless you hitting the pavement.
Yeah, right. They can play Call of Duty on PlayStation.
It's like dressing a dude up in a hot dog outfit and making him walk up and down the road to talk about your hot dog stand.
Okay, look,
people driving by,
right?
Yeah, people ain't gonna know about it.
Right? What's traditional? What's traditional? Xbox waits till E3 show something, right? Gamescom, repeat what you just saw at E3, and then drop some games fall, winter. That's the traditional Microsoft. What JyzalGaming is asking, I kind of agree. When you've already shown me something last year, right? We're not talking about. I'm not talking about Perfect Dark. I'm not talking about Fable.
Indiana Jones.
Right. I'm not talking about Indiana Jones because I agree with Realist with that. You talk too much and then the games don't. The Crackdown situation. We get that. What I'm talking about is what you've already shown me, right? Now all of a sudden, I'm coming into 2022. It's February. I ain't seen nothing. But watch this, JyzalGaming. We have got confirmation of something, right? But I'm with JyzalGaming. I just want to see. We did get a Hellblade 2 visual. Hellblade 2.
Yeah, but they showed you. They announced that 2 years ago, right? At the launch of the Xbox, right?
Exactly.
So a year some change, right? Then you get to see the gameplay.
Hold on, Eli. Them announcing it is totally different than showing us. We didn't even know what the game looked like until a couple months ago. Now that's beautiful. That's what I'm saying. Look,
that's what I'm telling you.
When Ninja Theory got bought by Xbox, right? We already had one of their games.
And then they showed you gameplay later.
We didn't see gameplay. We just saw trailer. We saw content. We didn't see gameplay until a few months ago. which is okay with me, right? It was 6 minutes of just something, right? Because
So-
what they have been
They're
showing us
phenomenal
previously,
too. Yeah.
right? Because what they have been showing us previously is what they've been working on, like the mocap, where they're going to be going to take to visualize this game. And remember what she said? We've been told not to rush this game, to take our time to get. So they're not rushed, and so we understand that this game, when it comes out, realist, it's not going to be broken. I have. That's why I said that this game is going to wake up the dead, man, because they, for some reason,
And you're talking about
Microsoft's
Hellblade.
baby. Yeah, it's Microsoft's
Yeah,
baby.
talking
Okay.
about Hellblade.
So I got Hellblade out of the way. I don't need to see Hellblade no more. Thank you for that, right? I'm good. Give me a little bit of Redfall. Let me know. It's like this. Just let me know what you're working on. Like I said, bring a dev out. Have them talk about
They
what
did.
they're doing. What's the other one? Starfield. They did on Starfield, J-Rock. They came out, let us know that
Bro,
they're gonna be excited. We're gonna be
bro,
excited.
you act like you knew the Bethesda, bro.
No, I'm
You
just
act like you
saying.
knew the Bethesda. Are you?
I'm just saying.
They're not
They
gonna
throw
show
it
you
out
nothing
there.
till E3.
Right. They thought. What I'm saying is
That's how Bethesda does their games, though.
I don't see nothing wrong with them giving us little hints about what they're doing, right? So we got Starfield out of the way. What's the other one? We haven't seen Stalker 2 at all.
Yeah, we did.
Canceled.
They were dancing and stuff.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I haven't seen.
Yeah, we should.
I haven't seen solid gameplay.
Yeah, but
it would be nice to see
yeah,
something.
Starfield.
Yeah, go ahead.
And Stalker might get canceled.
What's
And
that?
Stalker 2 might get canceled.
Yeah. By the pony logic, huh?
Due to
Right.
that
No,
whole situation that's going on.
They
over
hoping.
there. Yeah.
They hoping and
No,
praying that
right.
Starfield get canceled.
Bro,
Right,
I thought it was only
Yeah,
I thought it was only 3 months of time exclusivity. They ought to be rooting for us in
Right,
3 months
Willis,
get
I
over
know,
there.
Willis, I know.
Hey, man, these dudes talk out there behind. I kind of don't like talking about them weirdos, bro. But I'm about to talk about y'all Xbox fans, though, man. Like when they showed y'all stuff, right, and it didn't come out, or it was they're having a hard time with it. Y'all complain. Right now, we know about at least 12 games that are coming. Right, they let y'all know that they're coming. We know that it's going to take time since they started buying these studios in 2017, but we did get 2 Bethesda games on PlayStation 5, right? That we'll get one of them in Game Pass this year, right? Because otherwise we would have had Deathloop and we'd be getting Ghostwire Tokyo right now. You know, we got the crazy game, Psychonauts. We got Psychonauts. That was from the acquisition that they have. Other than that, dude, they just brought an animation studio for Undead Labs. We're gonna have to wait on some stuff. It's really not much that they can show us with confidence. Look at what happened with Halo. When they just saw that all the Halo fans were excited about Halo, let's show them. Man, they got killed. So all you're gonna get is CGIs until the games are ready to wow you. Like we got the little Hellblade trailer at the Game Awards. Then we got gameplay, and we're wow. We can't wait for it to come out. That's the way the rest of this is gonna play out too. We're gonna have to wait. You know, if you think it's the wait is too long over here, go wait on PlayStation. You know, that's how it's gonna work out. We're gonna have to wait.
Okay, I walked through that realm. I came through the portal because of Doctor Strange. Here's the thing. What happens? What does PlayStation do, right?
It's this dude.
They come out with state of play, straight up garbage, right? Haven't made a great state of play since the very first one. All the rest of them been garbage. This was been going on since Sony went quiet. So what have they been doing with Horizon Forbidden West, right? They use that 15 to 30 minute, not even that, right? State of play, and then they show 5 minutes of a bunch of nothing, right? Aloy just running around, some ruins falling down. She takes out a dinosaur, and that's all they need. And they go crazy. And they come out here talking about, did you see this? Did you not? Now watch what I'm saying, because J-Rock, you right, and Real is you right. Watch how I do this. They come out here, you know they don't have no community on their console, so they get on Twitter. Oh, this is what I'm loving right now, and they're gonna abandon. What's sad? I have to say, this is what's sad, man. This sentence right here is gonna die soon. It's the best looking game I've ever seen. When that dies, and listen, I'm saying that with no expression. I'm taking all the air out the room. I mean what I say. Best looking game ever, right? Hold on to that, man. And hold on to that with a firm grip. Because the day I see that die out of your mouth, man, I'm going to take a nice sip. I'm going to take a nice sip. Because here's the thing. Y'all took what y'all saw, right? And you got to wonder, y'all so goofy that you don't learn nothing throughout the ages. And we just sit back and watch y'all, right? So I have an older sister or brother that goes out and screws up their life. You the younger one, and you see all the dumb, goofy stuff that they did, and you don't have to make those same mistakes. It's kind of like looking at the donkey community. You just let them go out, mess up, and then you come back and chill on your couch or your gaming chair and play your game, right? So they came out talking about, oh, look how great it looks. Look at this, best looking game ever, right? You see Aloy in the water. Oh, play. Look, they even went this far. When has Xbox ever made a game where the water looked this good? Sea of Thieves. That's when.
Sea of Thieves.
About 4 years ago. About 4 years ago that you still ain't. Now watch this. You notice that same person today is quiet like a field mouse. Because that same dummy, right? That same idiot that played himself, because he knows deep down in his heart it was a lie. That's why I was telling the fire boss. No, they know they dumb. They know they dumb. All right? So it's not about coming out here. It's not about that either, Goods. It's not about that either, Goods, because nobody's saying the game doesn't look good. Nobody's saying that, right? Here's what we're saying. Don't run around with false material. See, why is it when we catch you red-handed, the PlayStation community never wants to admit to it? That's why the suffering is going to be worse. Mm-hmm. When you finally say, yeah, we need to stop acting this stupid. We know that that's not PlayStation 5. We know that's a computer. We know that's computer graphics. Then it had to come out, what, this year, J-Rock? And tell everybody what we already knew?
Yeah, this year.
Yeah, this year, and say what we already knew. So tell me once again, where are we wrong at? Show me where we're wrong. Are we? The only thing we're guilty of is waiting for what we say to come to light. And that's getting old now. That's really, I find no glory in that no more. That's getting old, J-Rock. It's getting boring. Like y'all are getting boring. Like we want to be wrong.
Listen, but so all I'm saying is that I personally would like to see more information on the upcoming games. I'm not talking about gameplay, even if it's a development update on a project, J-Rock, like
J-Rock, there's nothing
for
wrong
Forza
with
Motorsport or something like that. Tell me about what you're putting into it.
Look, to your defense,
just an article. I don't need to see the gameplay. I just like updates on the project.
Look, to your defense, J-Rock, as long as it's legit, right? As long as what you're seeing is legit, because we don't want to come out here like them. Oh, look, this game looks like that, and then when the game comes out, it don't look like that. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's legit. So it goes back to what. So you're good, and then it goes back to what the realist said. We don't want them dropping stuff out, and then it's not done, and then they show us something, and we get ridiculed over it. If it's gonna be in development, say it's in development. Say we just want to show you a sneak peek of what we're doing, and here's what it is, and that's it. That's it. So when we get that, I don't mind. Sony does good with throwing out state of play, even though it's garbage. Right? They don't, because there's nothing to make a big deal about. You don't. On Twitter, they made a big deal about it, not us. They the ones that showed the video play, not us. So you got Sony that'll throw out state of play, right? Around the clock, every once a year. I'm okay with them doing that. I don't care that it's whack and it's boring, because it's just them showing them a bunch of indie games and then something coming up. So expect this time. They can't show for Horizon Forbidden West, so what are they going to show? We already know what they're going to show. God of War. So expect a bunch of indies, and then they're going to show more than just the damn symbol of Ragnarok. Remember they showed the symbol and they lost their minds. Didn't see no gameplay. Just the symbol. Lost their minds. We're not like that. If I'm not gonna, if all you're gonna give me is just a symbol, then don't show me the game. Like, I don't want that. Like, show me something creditable that I can roll off of. We're about to hit March. So what we got? April, May, June. We got 3 more months. Realist at this point is probably gonna win this situation because 90 more days, we got E3. Most likely Microsoft's gonna bomb us at E3. But then again, I agree with JyzalRock. That's boring. I'm expecting that. I don't want to be a part of the ritual. I don't want to be a part of the norm. We were good when we had a little EXO event. We were good when we had a little inside Xbox show. I agree with them.
Yeah.
As long as it's legit, show me something. You know what I'm saying? They lost their damn minds over that. So that tells me that you don't even have to show them gameplay. Sony knows this stuff. Oh, give them a computer, graphics, and they'll run with that until the game come out. We don't care. We don't care if what we said was a lie. We don't care because they're gonna run with it anyway. So there's a difference on how they present their stuff. And I'm at the point where I'm with JyzalRock. I want to see something next gen now because nothing I'm seeing blows me away. I saw Horizon Forbidden. Oh, you got to see it on the TV. No, I don't. Bro, the specs have came out. What am I going to see on the TV? The qualification for the spec of that game ain't even minimum next gen. But okay, I hear you. You got to see it for real legal. All right. I saw the Gran Turismo too. You going to tell me I need to see that on the TV screen too? You need to see that on the TV screen. Okay, I'll give it to you. But G4 is on it. Exactly. You get a villain walking into the bar. You get a hand drinking a beer. You get the hand, put the beer down. You see claws come out of the hand. Lose my mind. I'm going to Twitter. We won. Look at you, Xbox. Y'all are done. We got Wolverine. Done. Don't know nothing about the gameplay. Don't know nothing about the graphics. Don't know nothing about the story. Don't know nothing. But we lost.
Yeah, because they're going to generate the excitement. And that's what I keep telling you guys, man. The 2 biggest platforms in gaming right now, since Sony don't want to be at E3 and they haven't done anything at the Game Awards for 2 years, are those 2 events, with the Game Awards being the biggest. That's where Xbox is going to have the most eyes on their products. That's why you're not going to see a whole lot of stuff from them. They're trying to build. They're trying to get people to see that they should come over here, because them just doing their shows only brings us. We're already sold. They're trying to sell new people. That's why I think I'm not saying that I don't want to see anything. What I'm saying is we're not going to see much until those events come around. Until they can generate the excitement that these other events can. Sony does an event and they get 15 million views. All right, that's the facts. But when Xbox does one, Starfield is probably the best. That reveal trailer is probably the best that I've seen as far as hit 7 million in like 48 hours. Normally it doesn't happen that way. We haven't seen Xbox at its peak. When we see Xbox at its peak, then we'll see more. 2023, I told y'all this last year, but y'all didn't believe me. Wait till 2023. We're going to see these things that y'all asking for now, but you're not going to get them this year.
You're saying we're not getting Starfield this year?
No. As far as these shows that you guys are saying, like you want to see more.
Oh, yeah.
If they show us more, we're sold, right? They're selling out of every console that they have. Right, so if they keep showing us more, they're not selling other people. People who are at Xbox were like, "Why are you going to Keela? You don't even like Xbox." That's why you're there. You ask me, and then I tell you. Now you want to cut me off. But that's why they show up there, is because they are PlayStation fans. They do have the eyes of PlayStation fans. That's why they show up. All right, I'm done.
Now you good? No, you're right. You're exactly right. But Shari Goods is talking. He's on that witchcraft right now. Shari Goods, stop talking like Horizon Forbidden West doesn't have a performance mode to it, bro. Stop it. You're not gonna go above that performance mode.
Hold up, bro. You address that goofy dude, but not Chris Hart. They both goofy. Like straight up. You ain't talking about nothing.
Look, that's my
You know what I'm saying?
Look,
What do you mean with that? Xbox hasn't even plateaued. Sony has. Xbox is growing. We got nowhere to go but up.
Look,
you know,
really,
look, man. I'm gonna be done after this. 25 million subscribers without even releasing a new first party game. I'm done.
Yeah, that's facts, realists. See, that's what they struggle with because they gotta feel validated in the sales of their game. If the game don't sell, they don't feel like they did enough, right? Well, JyzalGaming has already shown them numerous games where they ain't did enough because the bargain bin isn't going to help them this generation. We've been telling them.
Listen, their boss.
That's not going to work. You got to get the money now. So you got to get that money.
Listen,
now.
Forget what I'm saying. Their boss said it. Their boss said they're not enough.
Exactly. The boss said it. Now here's what I'm saying.
Boss.
There's a difference between Showery Goods and Kevin Hart, right? You not once heard him come up in here trying to make us believe PlayStation's better or nothing like that. He's saying what he wants to say. He's good. I'm having a talk. All I'm saying is, all I'm saying is,
there's no peak.
Yeah. He can say that what I was saying with the specs was BS. I didn't create the game. The game has a performance mode. You won't go beyond the performance mode. And the performance mode isn't even next gen minimum. So no, I'm not going to be blown away by something that's not even next gen minimum is what I'm saying. It's not. So we're not waiting around to look for PlayStation to give us that. That's my point. We know that when real next gen game quality comes out, it's going to be on the Xbox. We know these things. The PlayStation 5 is not capable of reaching.
It looks like Hellblade 2.
Yeah, we're not saying that the game doesn't look good. The game looks good. I've seen it, but I'm damn not gonna say it's the best game I've ever seen in my life. That's I'm not sipping on that carrot juice like that. I'm not saying that it's representing next gen gaming either. Not saying that. I'm not saying that. So that's the differences because I know better. It's good looking game. Set a good standard for PlayStation 5. But here's the facts. If they tell me it's not much of a difference, when they say that, then it ain't much of a difference. And you even have Digital Foundry saying that. The PlayStation 5 version is not much of a difference than the PlayStation 4 Pro. So if it's not that much of a difference, that's nothing for me to get all excited about because I have my Xbox One, right? I even have my Xbox One X. It's a big difference between the Series X and my Xbox One X. Big difference. That's why you don't ever hear nobody even talk about the two. You're in 2022 and they comparing PlayStation 4 Pro with the PlayStation 5 like it's a real legit battle. Oh, look, it's, pound for pound, they in there in the center of the ring going blow for blow. Bro, it's the Series X is the undisputed champ over here. Not one Xbox is getting in the ring with that. Not in the ring with that. So that's all I was saying. Like to that part, a PlayStation fan who hasn't seen legitimate top quality 4K 120 at its best. See, we've seen that with Gears 5 already. This is the thing about Microsoft. It's already proven itself with two games. One was a past game, last gen, Gears 5, right? They boosted that up to 4K 120, multiplayer. That's multiplayer. Solid. When they were optimizing it, it was hitting 100 frames per second without any of the features at Ultra 4K. So here's what I'm trying to say, since I'm BSing, right? Name me one PlayStation game that has hit Ultra 4K in the history of PlayStation. I ain't say PlayStation 5. I said in the history of PlayStation. You can't. So I'm getting off that subject. Then they released another game called Ori and the Will of the Wisp. They virtual screened that at 6K. Full game. That means no matter if you have a 1080p TV or a 4K TV, you can play that game at 6K. Not no Minecraft game, not no less than man, the full damn game at 6K. I'm done. It's sold to me. I can say that. So I know if Microsoft is doing that, I'm optimistic about the future. I can sit here and be like, man, I'm going to be blown away. You know how we know? Because we have one of the three of the four horsemen that have already came back and gave us a report on Twitter. We had Aaron Greenberg himself saying, bro, I went to go see that Hellblade 2 to check up on it. They put Sanu on screen, right? And I'm watching the animation immediately. He didn't say after 5 minutes or so. He said, my initial thought, this is a CGI trailer, what I'm looking at on screen. CGI trailer. Until they handed me the controller and said, move her. He says, I moved her. And what did Aaron Greenberg say? You're looking at a guy that's been in the gaming industry as a marketer and as a top exec power seater for Xbox for a long time. When you hear this guy say, when I moved her, I was like, he didn't even have that's the first time a dude really didn't even have words to say. He couldn't even put it into a sentence. Other than, I realized it wasn't a CGI trailer. Yeah, no, look, and goods. Nobody will argue with that. Not over here. Because I know more than just people like you that say the same thing. We don't have a problem with that, right? We're just saying the standards are different, right? But the real PlayStation community came out and spoke about it already. That's what JyzalGaming is saying. JyzalGaming has it too. JyzalGaming told me the ending. You don't see me coming out here ruining the game for people. It's not how I get down. It's not that important to me. But JyzalGaming told me the ending. JyzalGaming called me up laughing his ass off. We were laughing. We both at work just cracking up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but you know, I got good comrades where I can go to and say, hey, you see their game, you play their game. They're not gonna lie about gaming. See, that's the thing, man. We're just not here to be goofy. I took my man's word.
I'm not gonna go on Twitter.
Right.
I'm not gonna go on Twitter and ruin it for the rest of y'all either.
Right.
You guys play.
Yeah, don't ruin it. I'm waiting for sale. Don't ruin it for me. 1999. That's what I'm gonna get it.
Right. A lot of us are, and see, I'm still waiting on somebody to sell me a PlayStation 4 for $75. I want a Pro for $75. I got $75.
Yeah, that's
that's
not my style. I don't do no personal attacks. I don't ruin games for people.
Nope.
I just troll. Like, I troll that community. That's about it. But I don't do none of that personal shit. I don't ruin games for people just because they're in a competing console.
Look, man, you just post what you post, bro. You post what you post. You're not running around on other people's posts, making that. You don't. Hey, we don't run on people's shows and jump around, and you know we ain't got to do all of that, man. We know we're rallying you enough. We got an awesome community that sticks around with us. Each one of you guys have a quality following. Each one of y'all. I'm not here. Look, shit, JyzalGaming got more followers on Twitter than me. We don't care about stuff like that, man. Twitter's not our reality. No, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? We here, the way I see it, look, Rain G4 is one of my best supporters out here. Mr. Kima's been, man, I've known that dude since 2014. You know, late fall 2014. There's a lot of people out here that I've known for a long time and that I've just learned, like Sammy V. You know, Sammy V out of Canada, good friend of mine. You know, Manuel A1 has been with me since Mixer days. And when I look at you guys, it's gonna be hard. That's why I remember when you guys wanted me to do the super chats and all that. I never wanted to do that to you. Y'all know that, man. This ain't never been about money with me. This has been about the genuality of gaming. My man Goods has a gaming store. He knows. I'll walk right up in this gaming store. We'll go to that corner and we'll talk gaming, bro. Don't cost us nothing. Do this from the heart, man. I never wanted anything from y'all. You know, I just wanted to get to a point where I could do this with y'all right here. Sit. If you say legal, have you reached your height? I did it. And I reached it with the help of y'all. Y'all helped me get to my vision, my dream of what I wanted to do. So I'm here. That's it. Be able to sit back, laugh with y'all, talk with y'all, get y'all in here. That the people that don't have a platform, get them in here and talk. Because I'm not gonna hear this kind of talk on YouTube. Are y'all crazy? You crazy? You want empires to fall? Get the talking real on your YouTube channel. Get to hurting some people's feelings. Watch those subscribers drop off the map. So I already know what YouTube's about. That's about catering. We ain't running no damn catering service over here. Appreciate you, boy. We love you too. We ain't catering. The hell you think this is? Bro, we over here doing what we do. You know what I'm saying? And I respect
So
these
it's
guys.
illegal.
Go ahead, bro.
Yo, let me ask you something, legal. Back to the previous subject. You're a big state of decay player, right? I
Fact.
saw
You
your
seen it?
streams and everything like that. You
Fact.
you wouldn't like at least something from the devs saying, oh, this is what we're working on. This is some improvements in the game. They don't even have to show gameplay. Just give you an update on the State of Decay 3.
Yeah, I've been following a thing, and you know what? Yeah, I would. And you know what's crazy though, J-Rock, that you said that. Do you know they still updating State of Decay 2? They still putting out stuff on it? It's crazy. I think they just
Yeah,
about to do the last one.
they
If
just
not,
put out some DLC.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, just to carry us through. Just to carry us through.
Not really DLC, more like just an update. Because
No, I know what he's talking about. He's talking about
Expansion.
He's talking about
Not
Homeland. Yeah.
the-
I think it's called, excuse me, I
yeah,
think it's called Homeland or something. That was the last DLC thing. But yeah,
yeah,
Fireballs, they did
yeah,
an
some
update
expansion,
recently.
yeah.
yeah, before Valkyrie got bought up by Sony. That was the last thing that they were helping Microsoft work with, was
Right.
helping Undead Labs update the core, the original 3 maps for State of Decay 2.
Now I know
So
we went over our initial 2 hour, but I started early and I got one more big subject to talk. If you guys may allow me to permit. This
now
was
we're
beautiful.
gonna hold you back like the PlayStation 4. No, I'm just kidding.
No, this was beautiful right here, what I'm about to say. And I know when everybody in here heard this news, I know y'all felt the same way I felt, right? When the coalition got called Masters of the Unreal Engine, man. Now I want people to understand the coalition and their origins. So if anybody want to elaborate on their origins, but the beautiful thing is that they're over there helping Epic with their engine. And what do they say? We have unannounced games, right? Unannounced games with an S, y'all, that will all be utilizing Unreal Engine 5. I mean,
Yeah.
I just want to hear what y'all got. What do y'all feel about that, man, when y'all saw that, bro? I got hype. I ain't even gonna lie about that.
Yeah, I got nothing but confidence, because I mean, it's like a lot of those members on that team and stuff like that. We all know that, Coalition evolved from Black Tusk and everything like that, but before that, there's a good bit of those members. A lot of those core members were actually originally a part, worked on the Unreal Engine itself under Epic.
Weren't they part of Epic too? Didn't they work for Epic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're original part of that.
Territory.
Yeah, and see, it's more than just being, oh, we're developers for Epic. No, they helped create the doggone Unreal Engine.
Yeah. Yeah, man. They were called
It
Masters.
just lets me know Gears is about to be fired.
It's about to be fired, boy.
That new Gears is gonna blow minds. Also, what Greenberg talked about, that we're in for a treat with this Activision Blizzard. But he can't speak about any more things until the embargoes. The embargo, the ink is dry.
Right.
But there's a lot of treats coming to Game Pass. That's what he said.
You're right, man.
Can't wait to see that.
This is what I think is going to happen. I think those games are going to come out on Game Pass. All those, all those back-to-back games. Because a lot of people don't understand this, man. J-Rock, Realist, Fireball, Chit-Chat. And all the listeners, I don't think y'all really understand the impact of buying Activision. I don't
They
know if
understand.
y'all don't. I don't know if y'all don't know, but I'm going to give you a little bit of the history.
They understand, but they ask
I
you
think
questions.
they.
Why?
I
What if
hope
there's
they
no
do.
peak?
Right. I hope they do because Activision goes all the way back to Atari. What happened was there were certain developers that were trying to get Atari at the time to change its course because they saw the end of Atari. If it kept going the way it was going, it wasn't going to survive. So you're looking at the people who predicted right. All right, just put it like that. The other guys were like, "Nah, we're gonna keep doing it like this." They were in their comfort zone, and they crashed Atari. Well, these guys were the ones who left. They created Activision out of, like I was telling Fireboss, 3 letters of Atari. They came up with Activision, and they're the ones that kept going. So this is how long they've been in the game, right? They're basically the universe. They're the universe platform of gaming. They were like the originators of console mega hits, putting consoles on the map on a bigger scale because they were part of Atari. So you look at the work of Activision, it's like the anthology of gaming when you think about it. All these games, every last one of them, and you got them all at your dispense now. Look how beautiful that puts Game Pass in its place right now. Game Pass is all about games. So now you just took the universe and you can possibly put whatever you want on Game Pass now and just make that Game Pass the Netflix of gaming. Literally, just off of Activision alone, you've just made Game Pass the place to go. Yeah, and if Microsoft buys Sega or gets, because Sega Fireball, it's it's scattered now. It's like an eggshell that's been thrown on the ground and splattered everywhere.
Humpty
So it's
Dumpty.
not like you just have to buy Sega as a whole, but you can buy little pieces of Sega now.
And the
But
thing
my
is,
thing
like
about Sega
Sega's
is
more than just Japanese content. They got
that's
plenty. They
so
got
true.
plenty of Western based content. Like you got
So
Relic
true.
that does the Total War that's just got released and everything, and it's getting all these rave reviews. So they handle on not just console but PC, but also they will be handled with mobile. And that's the other big thing. Don't shy away from that too, legal.
Right.
The other big chunk of the pie with grabbing Activision was King.
Right. Yeah, it
That
was. And I'm with my man right here. Mozum Sheik. Oh, Mozum, what's that? Mozum Schmeek. Yeah. If I said your name wrong, bro, forgive me. But we love you. I'm gonna need that
we just
Gears.
call you Mo.
I'm gonna need that Gears collection too. But I gotta be like MCC where I can search for Gears of War 1 and 2 match at the same time. You know what, man? I've always been an advocate for it. I would love to see that when we get an establishment show for Gear 6. Throw that out there for the nostalgia and let us ride all the way through 1 through 5. And just all this beautiful 4K 120 content, all this beautiful stuff. That would be nice, man. I think that would be like the best farewell to that whole series. That Marcus Phoenix series. I agree with you. Shari Goods, in 1 year, PlayStation will have a rise. I'm working on something to tie up loose ends. Look, PlayStation will be okay, right? There's some things that PlayStation just has to stop doing. And I just don't think they're not going to stop doing it. There it is, J-Rock. That's it. For one, they got to stop lying to their consumer. I don't think that's going to stop. Two, I think they need to update their services, which now I think is going to happen. It's just going to be too late. It's going to take too long. Three, they need to understand how to build a community and keep that community. I think that's coming too, but I think it's just a little bit too late. And four, it's just going to take their games too long to come out, to where I don't think PlayStation is going to be able to catch up to their market target for this console. I think already now PlayStation 5 is going to fail that. And I don't mean just a little bit, I mean horribly, to the point where they might just have to scrap it and just start all over. Because all the jokes aside, right? All the kicks and punches we took when we were down about Microsoft only selling like what, 50 million Xbox Ones? You heard it here. Don't be surprised if that happens to y'all. And if that happens to y'all, that's going to be a big, big disaster, man, for PlayStation. Because you're looking at 113, 115 million consoles to only 50 million. That's a huge drop. And if another drop comes by way of them coming over to the Xbox community, don't expect them to go back. Because like I told y'all, Xbox is moving forward. They will never be the inferior anything. Nobody wants to have the inferior anything moving forward, period. So unless, like J-Rock said, they got to do something new. Get out of this damn Uncharted. Stop bringing Uncharted up. Get out of The Last of Us, because those are dead games. You told us that's it for them. Not making no more. That's it. Stop bringing them up. Horizon, Aloy, okay, cool. She only got 2 games. All right. Spider-Man, poor Spider-Man. Y'all just gonna prostitute the hell out of Peter Parker. So I called that a long time ago. Just poor Spider-Man. He has no hope.
He's stronger than he look. He can hold him up.
You got Wolverine. You got some Marvel games, but those games aren't till 3 years from now, 3-4 years from now. So I don't even see Spider-Man coming out in 2023. I'm just saying, man, at this point, it's going to be rough, man. I mean, hang in there. We're a better community. We don't believe in kicking people when they're down. We just enjoy the laughs, man. Y'all give us something to laugh about. So we're just going to see how strong the PlayStation community is if it's not a big flip-flopping community. Because now we gain new people. Remember, J-Rock, Boss, and the Realist, the report came out. See, here's a difference that happened.
Like this is what after this year reality sets in, when you know there's not going to be there's not going to be a next gen only God of War or Horizon.
Right.
In the Horizon. Like
right.
This was it.
Yeah, this is it for you. You cherish your last grip of holding.
I told y'all they stuck there for a while. They stuck there because they're gonna have to carry them PlayStation 4s for a bit.
They gotta carry those PlayStation 4s.
They can't.
Remember when I talked about? Right.
They can't turn them 5s out enough.
That's right. That was the problem. But y'all remember real quick, and we're gonna end this show, right? Remember when I talked about the gap, the drop, when I talked about PlayStation 2, right? That 155 million to 88 million. J-Rod did the numbers. It was roughly 66 million. So 66 million either went to Xbox, they went to PC, stopped gaming altogether, or they died, right? Only 4 possible avenues. If out of that, we said, okay, 30 million, let's just go half. Let's try to be fair. 30 million went to Xbox, all right? We lost that community when Xbox One came out. They ran back to PlayStation. Phil Spencer even said that. We saw a big exodus go back to PlayStation. It's because a lot of them were the ones that came over from the PlayStation 3. The matter of fact, we already knew what that issue was. They couldn't wait to have a reason to go back to PlayStation. So go back. We're not mad. Go back. So from that point on, we've been building this community from the hardcore Xbox fans. So Xbox is being built from the foundation of the hardcore Xbox fan. Because Phil said it. If it wasn't from a hardcore fan base, we don't know what we would have done with Xbox. The hardcore fan base saved Xbox. And it's built upon people like me. Right? It's built upon people like me. So now that it's been built, what was told to us when Game Pass came out after that first year? 23 million people came by way of what? Game Pass. By way of what? New subscribers. 23 million. And they came by way of friends. So don't tell me that the word Xbox ain't out here in these streets. Oh, it's out here in these streets. And then the worst of the worst has happened. And I know y'all be on Twitter trying to ignore it. but y'all see our Japanese comrades. Y'all see them. Oh yeah, it's so easy to hit that translate button. Oh, look at how good they're talking about Xbox today. Y'all be over here trying y'all best. They be over there trying their best not to see them good news of Xbox.
They've long since, unlike y'all, they long since seen the foolery,
the BS.
That was going on. They long since seen it. And while the whole time y'all propping them up, thinking that they're your allies and stuff like that, y'all really haven't been paying any attention whatsoever to the shift. They've been was tired of it.
They've been tired of it, and you know, reason they couldn't talk. A lot of the devs they're not able to hold on to those dev kits as long. They talked about that. They wasn't treated the same way. So you know, you didn't get that. They didn't get that staying power. Xbox didn't get that staying power, but they loved Xbox One. That's what tripped me out. They just
I'm the one who's been telling you that. Remember?
You did, bro. You did, because you was over there.
They were upset,
bro.
They were upset.
The
players and the devs were upset with Microsoft because they felt that they gave up on them too soon.
Yeah,
but that was a different leadership at the time. They just pulled the stakes and moved out.
Well, now we're here where everything is coming full circle. It's gonna be a long year, man. Xbox is reigning. Nothing Xbox is doing is failing now. It ain't catching L's. Every game, every third party is gonna be better unless they play that little parity trick. And we know if they pull the parity, they just feeling sorry for PlayStation 5. It's not because the Xbox Series X can't do it. So we'll see. But good luck, man.
But I do know for the biggest selling third parties, well, former third parties such as Call of Duty and all that stuff. Even if y'all was to still get another one or two of them, there ain't gonna be no parity clause being enforced this time, baby. It's done.
Right, because
you honest to God think, despite no matter how nice he is, Phil is going to tell those dudes at Affinity, Raven, and Treyarch to cripple the Xbox version and the PC versions of Call of Duty just because PlayStation can't keep up.
That ain't gonna happen now. See, good luck. There you go, Fireball. There you go, Fireball.
Yo, guys, I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, we about to get out of here. Yo, J-Rock, thanks for coming out. Realist, thank you for all your support, man. We know you're at work. Fireballs, I appreciate you coming in to the Chit Chat community. Thank y'all so much, man. Like I said, this has been Di-RRec Gaming. We out of here. Remember, always keep it gaming. Chase the one up in life, y'all. And y'all have a good, safe day, man. Y'all stay blessed. We out of here. Peace.
Later, y'all.